Yo, I was about to get tore
I'm
out the front.
dying. That was hilarious.
Rhea, I do have the time right now with Felice right now, but don't worry, come back after.
I will.
Appreciate you. Hey,
Hey,
Felice.
what just happened? I just came in on the tail end of that.
Okay.
Hey,
Some, someone was about to let me have it because she thought that I voted for Trump. She didn't
that's
read
what I
this.
thought. Okay, that's what I thought was going on.
I was about to get cussed
You
out.
should have let her do it.
Yeah, I'm scared. So let's go ahead and
A
get.
lot of people are looking for people to yell at right now.
Oh, for sure. Guys, we're about to get to the debates here. We got Gonzo and Felice on the track. You guys, we have too much light-skinned superpower here right now. Guys, welcome to the stream, guys. Let's go ahead and get this party started. Rando, how old are you for TikTok terms and services?
38, Michigan.
Okay. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, 3 times.
Okay. All right. So what were you saying about me going to El Salvador?
I wanted to see if you would ever go there because it's a really nice place to visit. It's peaceful, no crime, thanks to the president Bukele. And honestly, Abrego Garcia has 2 domestic violence accusations from his current wife. Did you guys know that?
All right. All right. Perfect. Can you go to Noam versus Abrego Garcia and show that to me in the court case?
His wife filed a protection order for domestic violence. Google it, people.
Okay,
Google
so
it.
hey,
I just want the audience to know.
hey, Rando, we're gonna have a conversation, right? Because you've already been big. Is that what the Supreme Court case reads? The 9-0
No, hold
Supreme.
on. He has never been charged, just for the interest of not spreading lies. Kilmar Abrego Garcia has never been charged with a crime in any country.
Yeah.
So again, Kilmar Abrego Garcia has never been charged with a crime, let alone indicted. His one actual day in court, the judge in immigration court ruled that him and his witnesses had testified credibly.
That's not true. He got denied asylum in immigration
Okay,
court.
well, hey, let me help you. Just stop talking because you're spreading a bunch of misinformation. So I've read every single word. I've read all of the legal documents. I can explain the whole thing to you if you want. His mother had a pupusa stand in El Salvador, right? A pretty successful one. He had an older brother, Cesar, who was they were being extorted. Basically, the parents were having to pay to keep the oldest son out of a gang. Eventually, they made the older son run. He got into the United States, right? Went to Prince George's County, started working in construction. Then basically they started harassing Kilmar when he was 12 years old. They started extorting him. They basically said, hey, your son needs to join this gang. If not, we're going to hurt you. So then Kilmar ran to the United States, entered illegally in 2016, was never heard from again until 2019 in Prince George's County outside of a Home Depot, right? That's the truth. Then, when I read the court documents, which we'll get to the best part about this whole thing, it sounds very suspicious that some random criminal informant was like, oh yeah, this guy's in a gang. He says, based on what? Oh, he has a Chicago Bulls jersey on and I know he's in a gang. Where? In New York. Unfortunately, upon investigation, it turned out Kilmar Abrego Garcia has never been in New York in his entire life. And you can Google this since you think you know everything. Turns out they found out the police officer who claimed that there was a criminal informant that said all this, he was basically suspended from the police force days later for giving a sex worker who he was engaged in, inappropriate relations with information about cases illegally, which brought into question all of the other cases he had worked on. This just came out. You can go ahead and read up on it.
You guys can Google the DV filing by his wife.
So Rando, can you not tell us to Google? You've said this 5 times, right?
You're cutting me off,
because it's not our job to do your homework, right?
Yeah,
so with that being said, because she's giving sources,
it's in the news.
You're telling us to do your homework. So give me a reference right now, right? Give me the title.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
DV, domestic violence, Abrego Garcia.
What court? Okay. Can you give me the court case number?
Yeah, it's there online. Dude, I'm not
Dude,
gonna
give
do
me
this.
okay.
Everybody on the
Okay, so if you're not going to do this, then please exit my live, right? I've given
fine.
okay,
I'm gonna
then
this
exit my live because if
this
it's
information's gonna be
okay,
all
all right, cool then, right? Here's what we're going to do, right?
Can I ask him a question? Do you
Yeah.
are you saying that if somebody abuses a woman that they shouldn't be in the United States?
Oh shit.
The man who voted for Donald Trump is now saying that he wants to protect women. You already let me help you with your own line of
first off,
logic.
he's not a
It
Maryland
has
man.
collapsed
He's
in
not
upon
Salvadorian.
itself. It has collapsed in upon itself. You
Damn.
are literally supporting, you voted for a man 3 times whose qualification is, hey, don't have any qualifications to be in my cabinet. Just one of my favorite things is if you've ever been credibly accused of SA or helped cover up SA. And then you're trying to make us believe that you somehow care about defending women. It's a joke. The
Yeah.
line of logic breaks off unless in the next sentence you're going to say, and I condemn Donald Trump's treatment of women.
Guys, I'm currently dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch, by the way.
He's not a Maryland man. He's an El Salvadorian man.
Okay, so
Illegally.
okay,
With
cool.
the
So
rules.
hey,
So you
hey,
pivoted. So now you're pivoting off my line of logic, which is correct. So again, your first line of logic does not work unless you're going to condemn, I don't know, all the abuse of women that conservatives are guilty of in the Trump administration. We all know that you have no problem with men hurting women. So let's move on from that.
And guess what? There's no court case for Abrego Garcia doing anything you're saying. We have the we have the court case for him being legally liable of SA against E. Jean Carroll against her consent. So, with that being
The
said,
court case is at the Maryland docket. You can find
Hey.
it easily.
okay, cool. Give me the court case number. If you tell me to do your research one more time, I'm going to drop you.
Yeah, I'll teak up and tell you.
Okay, go teacup. We've been waiting for 5 minutes. Supreme Court case number that supports my claim, 90, it's called 24A649A. Suck it up. And it better be a court case. If you bring me a tabloid, I'm going to drop you. Harder than the stock market.
I found it already. I know what he's talking. Look, just for the interest, I'm sorry, I have ADHD. I can't wait for this man to figure out where that stuff is. Abrego Garcia's wife responds to Trump administration publicizing a civil protective order.
Ooh.
Filing from 2021. The wife of Maryland man who the U.S. government mistakenly deported to El Salvador acknowledged that she filed a civil protective order against him 4 years ago, but said it was out of an abundance of caution that the couple had worked through their issues.
So he never got charged with DV in court.
No, he's never been charged with a crime. But I just want to say this because I want to say something very specific right now because I am a Mexican indigenous woman or part Mexican indigenous woman and part black. There is no excuse for any man to commit any act of violence or coercive violence or SA against any woman. But my point here is you cannot use that line of logic while you come up here and say, I'm so proud to support Donald Trump. Because unlike what you're saying, you're talking about a civil protective order. And let's follow the line of civil litigation. Donald Trump, more than once, right? There have been two different court cases where he faced a jury of his peers. In the case of E. Jean Carroll, he was found unanimously liable for sexual abuse. I mean, those are the facts.
Correct.
So
And
I'm
guys,
just saying this line of logic, unless you're going to say, I should never have voted for Donald Trump, I regret it because I respect women, is just not valid. We have one person who went through the court system and faced a jury of their peers, and we have one person who a civil protection order was filed against. But let me just finish. 1 in 3 women has been SA'd, raped, and let's not even get into domestic violence. So it's unacceptable all around. But what I get really upset about is when men cherry pick and now conveniently this guy's awful, but everyone in the Trump administration can harm women and they're fine. The message is if you're a white rich guy, you can hurt women. If not, get out of here.
Yep. All right, so Rando, I did not ask you for the DHS website. I just asked you to give me the court case number, like I gave you my Supreme Court case number that says that not. Hey, so just give me the number. It's only a 7. It's only like a 7. It's like a 7-digit number with some letters. So that way I can see if he was guilty of it or if he was innocent. Now give me the court case number.
Oh yeah, there's no court case. There's no court case. It's not a
She
court.
dropped the case. Did you not hear?
It's not a. Hey, it was never a court case. I just want to be clear. Kilmar Abrego Garcia has never been charged with a crime in any country. It's not a court case. You just file. It's like a police report that you file, and then you get a protective order. It's not a court case.
So, Rando, what's the shape of Italy? Rando, what's the shape of Italy?
Heart.
Close enough. Boot.
Heart.
All right. I'm not, this dude might be a dumbass. All right, guys, let's move on to the next one. Okay. Here we go. Let's make.
I was like, did I leave? I thought I left the live.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good.
Why is my face?
Yo, what's the word, man?
How old are you for TikTok terms and services?
45.
Did you vote for Donald John Trump, born 1946?
Yep.
All right. Well, how is he making America great again?
By securing our border, putting tariffs on everybody to make America self-sufficient. Definitely taking all the resources from Alaska because nobody really occupied that land.
Wait. Do you realize that Alaska is one of the 50 states?
Yeah, we taking all the resources from that.
So you realize that since it's one of the 50 states that all we're doing is just doing things within the 50 states. So you just said he's not getting anything. You do realize that? Okay, actually, never mind. So we've already established that Alaska is one of the 50 states. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you just said accomplished absolutely nothing. Keep going.
He letting go regulations in certain places so we can have our own natural resources such as wood that we don't normally use. But basically,
you're saying we don't use wood?
No, I'm saying we get it from other countries like Canada and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
But we will not need it no more. We just go get our own wood from our own country.
We do that already.
Yeah, but not as much.
Okay, so you set a plethora of a lot of different things. So we're going to go ahead and start with the immigration one. I'm assuming you're talking about Trump's deportation operation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. So did you pay attention to his cabinet meeting last Thursday?
To his cabinet meeting last Thursday with who?
With his border czar.
The new cabinet member. Yeah, I watched that.
Okay, cool. Then you already know. Cool. So you already know what I'm about to ask you. Then we're about to go down this road, and I'm going to need a concise answer. So he tasked Tom Holman, the border czar, right? Because the farming and the hotel and hospitality industry is hurting. He tasked his border czar for a reintegration plan to bring a lot of these migrants back, which is going to waste my tax money because we should have never done it in the first place. So now I'm going to need you to tell me why we're about to waste our tax money doing this.
Well, we actually don't. Like, it's a lot of people that's not working that could do those jobs.
Hey, that's not what I'm asking you, right? I gave you my argument coming from Donald Trump.
We don't need that.
Okay, well, Donald Trump says that we need it, right? I gave you my argument, right? Donald Trump, I don't care what you say. Donald Trump had that. Okay, so why is Donald Trump tasking his border czar to bring these migrants back to go work in the fields and the hospitality? That happened at Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Central, going on in the literal White House. You're better than your president.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
So here. Let me just say something. This is the reality of what you're saying. You're big.
I would hire my own people that's already here.
I know it's hard when women are talking to stop talking.
Okay, don't cut a woman off.
Let me just say one thing.
You're already getting cooked.
I just want to say something. So, I mean, I think this is the bottom line.
My bad.
No problem. Like, I just want to say something. So, Trump this is what did Trump run on, right? It was a populist agenda. You guys were all excited about no tax on tips. Has that been passed? 100% no. No tax on Social Security. Has that been passed? 100% not. Do you know what he just did recently that people don't know about? He cut the minimum wage set by Joe Biden, which was I think it was 17 something an hour for people, federal contractors and federal workforce. He just cut everyone's wages by 25%. The reality is you're saying people can do those jobs. You're asking people to become slave laborers in this society for a wage they in fact cannot live off of. and be thankful for that. The math doesn't math. They have now
those
lowered
companies
women.
don't
There's
have to.
no way to work in the jobs you are referring to and survive in this society.
Yeah, but those companies don't have to pay the federal minimum wage, like here in Chicago.
Oh yeah,
right?
they can pay even less. I agree. I
No,
agree.
I know.
I agree with
Okay.
you. They can pay even less. I agree. I'm making the point
Yeah, our
that
federal-
they are not a livable
Can you
wage.
stop cutting her off,
What
bro?
you're saying is that you're excited to be a slave laborer in an oligarchy.
No, not at all.
Also-
the thing is, right? Hey, here, like where I'm at in Illinois, our federal minimum wage is like $12. But our city, where I'm at in
$12, you
Chicago,
say?
They don't go
Wow.
out.
Hey, I want you to know that's not a
listen,
livable.
here in
That's not a
Chicago-
livable wage at 40 hours a week.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
No. I'm saying here in Chicago, we don't go by the federal minimum
I know.
wage.
I
We go
know
by the
that.
city of
Well,
Chicago
thanks,
minimum
thanks,
wage,
Blue
which is
City.
$15.50 an hour.
Yeah, thanks, Blue City. And federal minimum wage was 17 something. And Trump just cut that. Do you know what Trump also did? They rolled back, it was a couple weeks ago, it was supposed to go into effect. Overdraft
Was
fees
that
couldn't be more than, wait, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. What Congress has been up to is a couple weeks ago, overdraft fees were supposed to be capped at $5. Trump did away with that. Now they can go back to charging $35 or whatever they want for overdraft fees. If Trump cares about you, if he's making America so great, why is he only helping billionaires and corporations? Unless you're telling me you make over 300, if you make over 360,000 a year, you're getting a tax cut. If not, you have a tax increase coming your way.
Yeah, I understand. But somebody in the comments said $15 an hour. We
Hey,
make
big, hey,
We
don't.
can't survive off $15.50 an hour.
Okay, so you must not have been to one of my panels before. Stay on topic, right? You don't have to look at the comments. The fact that you're getting your arguments from the comments means that you don't have an answer. So stay on topic.
I definitely got an answer.
Okay, then answer then.
Donald Trump is the greatest president of all time.
Okay, cool. So the one that added 8.4 trillion to the debt, the one that lost us 2.9 million jobs, the one that lost that had a negative 2.7% manufacturing differential, 34 count felon rapist. Now that's fine. Please answer Felice's question about wages and simping for billionaires. Like, you're going to have to defend that.
You're
position.
saying Donald Trump's a great president because you're going to pay more in taxes?
Damn, that sucks.
You
No, I'm
realize
already
that
paying
you're
more
getting,
tax.
unless you make 360,000 or above, you are paying more in taxes now.
Wait.
I'm
No,
already
big.
used to paying more tax. I'm already used to paying more
Listen.
tax.
You said that you're paying more taxes right now. Whose tax plan are we under?
We on the Trump tax plan.
Mashallah.
And now you're going to pay even more. Surprise.
That 27 job tax plan.
And let me
was one
help
of the
you because
best
you
tax-
don't
tax
understand
plan I've
I know
seen.
you don't understand tariffs. But
You heard me, brother? I said
No, okay. We're going to take a deep breath here, right? Since you're unwilling to answer Felicia's question, we're going to go on to tariffs like she just said. So you can go ahead and lay your argument down, right? Since you no longer, you just conceded that you love paying more taxes. I don't, right? So now you can move on to tariffs. What's so great about these tariffs?
They bring American jobs back to America.
Do you have any evidence for that?
On the steel workers and the evidence that Donald Trump created 228,000 jobs, what they thought he was only go create 140,000, so he doubled that.
that's a complete lie. And it's so funny because someone said to me, and you can do a simple Google search, and what he was saying was true, right? Like the only thing protectionism yields, which protectionism means targeted tariffs, right? And the reason they're always in steel that affects Pennsylvania and Michigan is votes. Right? He protects a few jobs, but because of the increase in the cost of materials and the cost of American labor and the value of the American dollar, it's not a net positive in jobs. And you can look that up. Donald Trump lost manufacturing jobs in his first term, and there was a decrease in net jobs because of his tariffs.
Yep.
Or also because of his shitty policy. But yeah, that's just what you were told, right? Some steel workers who Trump wanted their votes in a swing say were like, Trump saved my job. But actually he lost more jobs in the economy.
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
he actually had, according to the U.S. Department of Labor statistics, a negative 1.6 job differential. Also, with that being said, that 220,000 was because Doge had to go out and rehire a bunch of the people that they fired because they were essential people. People at the USDA that was addressing the avian flu that makes your damn eggs so high. Some people, nuclear facilities. But hold on, what happened the month before in February? The lowest job increase since February of 2009? That's during the time of the recession. And then also on top of that, we have Apple leaving to go manufacture the iPhone somewhere in India. Boeing Aerospace said that they're going to entertain opening up another factory, not in America, but in Hanoi, Vietnam. You have General Motors, Stantelis and Ford saying that they're going to stay put in the Midwest, but they don't plan on opening up any new factories because the tariffs is going to put an extra $4,900 per vehicle. So we have people leaving and we have manufacturing slowing down in America, just like it did the first time that he ran tariffs.
We got Honda coming back to Indiana. We got a big
Hold on. So can you address what I just said? See, look, we can go to a new point after you address. I'm not going to let you run. Can you address what I just said, or else I'm just going to boot you? This is pissing me off.
What about the job manufacturing jobs?
Can you repeat my argument with?
Can I what?
Can you repeat my argument and who I said's leaving and who I said's not building factories?
Oh no, not right now. I'm moving around.
Okay.
I'm teleporting right now.
Okay, cool. Why don't you focus on that then? Fuck it.
Yeah, and since someone, I know because I'm pretty, people think I don't have a brain. I mean, you can just Google this, but fact check. Did the Trump tariffs increase U.S. manufacturing jobs? No, the tariffs imposed on Chinese goods in 2018 had a negative effect on manufacturing jobs as well as overall U.S. employment. Everyone who's taken economy or economics, micro and macro in college understands that Trump's policies would not increase jobs, and U.S. manufacturing is never coming back to the United States. That's the most ignorant position to take.
Barker, how old are you for TikTok terms and services?
28.
Awesome. Hold on one second, please. Guys, go ahead and tap the screen. Please keep my life safe. All that good stuff.
Let's get Chris to 50K. Keep tapping the screen.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure if that's mods. Do me a favor, take this right here and put it in a poll up there. That's Felice's Venmo and Felicia's Cash App. Doesn't look too big, but it's okay. We're gonna fix that real quick. Barker, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
All right. How is he making America great again?
Well, he did. He's doing what he said he was going to do. He closed the border.
Can you tell me what law that he passed to close the border? Because you realize we haven't had a closed border.
He did it by executive order.
Wait, yeah, but that's not a law, though.
Crossings are 94%.
Hold on. Hey, we're not just going to glance past that point. That's a big claim. We
You
haven't
asked me
had.
a question, I'm responding.
but I didn't ask you about border crossings yet, right? Don't run. So with that being
You
said,
asked me
right,
what-
we
what is- how is Trump
haven't.
making
I said
America
what
great
bill?
again?
I said what bill did he pass, right, to close the border? Because we haven't had a closed border since the year 1953. Now I'm going to ask you again, right?
He did it by executive order.
What? Okay, that's not a law. And wait, you said that he used an executive order to close the border. A closed border, by legal definition, means Border Patrol can't be working there, and there's no essential personnel. I'm going to go ahead and play ball with our legal definition of it. What executive order did he pass to close the border according
He
to you?
proved that you don't need a border
Hey,
patrol.
Barker, this is strike two, right? I said, what executive order did he use to close the border according to a closed border means there's no border
sent the
agent.
military down there.
So then he didn't close the border then. He just sent people. So is Border Patrol
94%
okay,
down.
so Barker, is Border Patrol working? Is Border Patrol working at the border right now? Don't get
tell me.
Yes, which means, and I know why you didn't want to answer that question, which means that the border is not closed. And the reasons for those
Closed from illegals crossing over. That's what it
Oh,
means.
can I actually give facts? Because
Yeah.
you know me, I
He's
love
not gonna give
statistical analysis and data.
Thanks, Biden.
So here's the truth. The highest number of encounters happened in December 2023, right? And that was a rolling average of like 8,500 2,500 encounters, right? And a rolling 2-week average of about, or 1 week average of about 8,500 encounters. That was the height of encounters at the U.S. border. And then let's fast forward to now, June 2024, right? 6 months from December 2024. That is when Biden issued an executive order. So between June 2024 and December 2024, so before Trump was in office, encounters at the southern border were reduced by 75%. Those are the facts. So you believe that Trump cured a problem, but the problem, in order to reduce encounters by 75% over 6 months, is literally unheard of. Like, the problem had already been curtailed prior to Trump even coming into office. And then I could get into the economic points. What you don't understand is you're biting off your nose to spite your face, right?
Okay.
I mean, undocumented. Wait, let me finish my point. I'm not done. I'm not finished. I'm not finished talking. Undocumented immigrants paid 98 million into Social Security and Medicare in 2023. That's $98 million with ITIN numbers that helps us retire. They will never get it back. They're just paying into our retirement accounts. And now, since you think brown people are stealing from you, which is the most asinine thing, I'm going to let you in a little secret. We're all being stolen from by the same people, the people you idolize, billionaires. That's who's taking our money. Transfers of wealth to the top of the economy. There has never been a trickle down of any wealth since 1980, since Ronald Reagan. It's trickle up economics. You're being robbed by the people you think want to help you. But since you believe brown people aren't doing you a favor, which they very much are, there are statistical analysis you can read. Well, I'm talking about math. Because your math is all wrong. You believe Trump has closed the border. The encounters at the border before Trump even was in office had been reduced by 75%.
And I just showed him that too.
Oh, yeah.
But the economy now, because of the mass deportations, because of undocumented immigrants who won't show up to work, because of people living in fear, our economy is now expected to contract by 3.8%. And this is actually now that's beyond recession. We're talking about 2008 territory.
That's great. Okay, my turn to respond without
It's
getting cut
not
off.
great. It's the opposite of great if you could do math.
All right, so I just want you to address her evidence for.
Okay, yeah, I am.
Okay, with data, please. Yes.
You guys can mute your mics. That'd be great.
I'm not. You're not going to tell a woman to mute her
I
mic.
am muted. I'm always on mute.
Go make your argument.
So Biden was president for 4 years. The border crossings, 11 million total illegal immigrants crossed over, and that number is gracious. Let me put it that way.
Okay, do you know why that happened, though?
Do I know why that happened? Yeah. Because he let them. And
actually, no, that's okay. I'm gonna no, because I'm gonna get taken. I'm gonna get taken down for misinformation. All right. So, according to the U.S. Customs and Border Policy, according to AEP, and even according to Donald Trump himself, he actually talked about this, right? That surge happened. I'm a Republican, right? So I'm what you call a Mitt Romney era.
You're a rhino? Is that what you are?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Because I actually stand up for. Yeah, that's a great title right now. Because I don't want to be associated with people taking people's human rights away, having people make less money. I don't want to be associated with that.
Left silencing.
Yeah. So. This is a private app. And hold on, aren't you guys the ones taking visas away from people doing peaceful protest and telling and trying to jail people for interviewing Kamala Harris and saying that financially boycotting Tesla's terrorism? Yeah, sit down. So because of the C-19, right, novel coronavirus, that caused inflation to go up in the in Latin America and Title 42 expulsions. But as you can see, according to the graph that I actually showed you, once all that cleared up, because any president had to deal with that because Title 42 was part of the 1944 Health Act, everything went back down. So much down so that it went to pre-Trump levels. You would have to
coming in through entry.
You would have to.
What he means by pre-Trump levels is that in December 2024, when Biden was in office, encounters were lower than Trump's first term. That's what we're telling you.
Wait. So Barker. Oh no, cool. Barker. Hey, Barker. I know you can hear me. Barker. Okay, Barker. All right, so let's go one quick. Cool. I have a law pulled up. You're telling me that they have to cross through a port of entry?
They don't.
Okay, no. I'm just going to see what he responds.
No, but and can I just say this, because this is this.
guys
Listen,
argue
this
that
is
they
your
were claiming
bigotry. This is
asylum.
your bigotry
If
coming
they were
out. Let me
claiming
explain to you
asylum,
the
they have to go
immigration.
through the-
Let me help you.
Barker, shut
The
up.
Immigration and Naturalization Act does not say that, right? If your feet are on U.S. soil, you have the right to claim asylum. We have treaties with international treaties with countries. So when you say 11 million people were just snuck into our country, they didn't. They didn't. When people's feet touch U.S. soil and they encounter ICE, they are then allowed to legally make a claim. They are allowed to legally make a claim of asylum. And let me help you, because you started coming in here and Chris asked you, what law has been passed to close the border? It's the same thing with asylum. What law has been passed to say that people can't claim asylum? If you don't like the Immigration and Naturalization Act, if you don't like international treaties, then you need to change. You need to change
Hey,
the
so
law.
Barker. Okay, so if you don't answer this question, I'm just going to kick you. I asked you, do they have to cross over in a port of entry? I put it on the screen for you.
If they are seeking asylum.
Okay, then beautiful. So that defeats your argument. Now, can you justify? Did Biden start C-19, which was the main driver for that immigration coming from Latin America? Okay, so you can't pin that on him. And secondly, hold on a second.
This is what you do.
All right, man. You know what? That's fine. Okay, I'm okay.
And let's do investigate. If you want to know, the top two places that immigration comes from south of the border happen to be Cuba, a place we turned off their economy and made it impossible for them to succeed and stay where they were born and where their families are, and Venezuela. And if you don't understand this, during Donald Trump's first term, he did a coup there, a failed coup. We are experts at entering sovereign territory and forcing governments out, and Donald Trump couldn't even do that effectively. And he drove their economy into the ground, devalued their currency. And you know what happens when you do that to people south of here? They flee north, right? So if we want root causes of immigration, that's what we mean. If we want people to stay where they're born, which they would like to do, we can't interfere in their economies. By the way, all the temporary protected status that Trump revoked from Venezuelans, he's also the one that gave it to them. That was him in his first term, as an acknowledgement of what he had done there. He gave Venezuelans temporary protected status and then acted like a hero and revoked it. Create a problem, then act like you fixed it. That is the number one hobby of conservatives. Create a giant problem, act like you fixed it. Ignorance. People are ignorant. Read a book.
Sounds like Iran as well. Oh, I created that problem by backing us out of the nuclear deal. Now I'm going to
I'm fixing the Iran nuclear deal that I cratered into the ground.
Yeah.
Trump's going to protect women. Now, answer me this, Chris. Who do women need protection from?
Men.
Yep. It's very ironic. Create a problem, then act like you're fixing it.
Let's see who we got. Friendlies, please exit out the Barker, you're not willing to engage, so you can come back in 24 hours. Guys, go ahead and tap the screen. Let's get to 100K. Guys, the most important part is that I don't want to get a 7-day before the UNF America tour, so that's why I need you guys to keep my life safe, because I'm trying to stream that Charlie Kirk beatdown I'm about to issue out. Shay, how are you? Guys, welcome to the stream, guys. We're just hanging out. Trump is MAGA, making America garbage again. Yeah, that's about all there is to it. I mean, you guys hear about Trump's tariffs. He told the American people that they were going to start bringing in $2 billion a day. It brought about all of about 500 million so far. So yeah, tariffs are definitely not working as intended. But hey, who's surprised anymore? He sets high expectations in his imagination just to let the people down around him. Tariffs. Actually, you like it better like this?
Oh, I'm much bigger now. Sure,
No, I mean, which
whatever.
one you... Okay.
I don't care. I was like, what is happening?
No, I mean, I'm just
That's
trying to make
fine,
sure people
whatever,
can...
man.
I'm trying to make sure people can read the title, that's all. Somebody said, take your shirt off. We can't read the comments. I'm not doing
Chris,
that.
I'm going to assume that's for Chris.
Yeah. No, it's... No, you know, I'm like Obama wearing the tan suit. You know, I got the white shirt. Brown skin, white shirt.
You should wear a tan suit to debate.
Oh, I should. If it wasn't going to be like
Have
90...
a tan blazer.
If it wasn't going to be 90 degrees, I absolutely would. Guys,
No,
Trump,
it's so
I
hot.
love the TikToks coming after the Chinese manufacturer. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I love those videos.
Guys, get up to 100 shares. Guys, share it to your story, all this other good stuff. Trump is making America garbage again. If you tend to disagree, you could go ahead and request up, hit the multi-guest button, or you can type a 1 and I will let you up here. Let's have a conversation. Whew. Got some high energy guests in the beginning. Oh my gosh. I swear this whole Abrego...
Do your lives get shut down for misinformation?
They have in the past. Yeah, that's why I'm like that's why like I'll let people continue with their point if they bring me a source because TikTok won't flag
I just
that.
can't let people lie.
Yeah, because if you have a source, I mean, even if it's wrong, I mean, you know, it won't take you down. Yes. The mass pew-pewing at FSU.
I know.
yeah.
So explain to me what's happening on Tuesday. So Charlie Kirk's going to be at Texas A&M, and then what are you all going to do? Just
well,
like
we're basically setting up shop nearby and pretty much stealing his market share and disrupting his operation, pretty much.
okay. So you're not like, but are you hoping to talk to him, or is someone going to try to go? Because I've said this. I've been at places like because Charlie Kirk has done campus tour. He does them a lot. And I showed up at a protest when he was at Arizona State and at Northern Arizona, and like they won't let anyone near him.
Well, here's the here's the advantage though. He doesn't know who I am, and Felice, this is one of the people that is going to be joining me. This is Mr. Offwagon right here.
Off your wagon, yeah. How's it going?
So, well, have you met Felice before? One of the best
I don't
debaters
think
here
I
on
have.
TikTok.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera up here. There
One
we
of
go.
the best debaters on
Almost a weird
TikTok.
live
Guys,
program.
we're going to take a commercial break real quick because I'm chopping it up with one of my friends that we're going to go have a nice trip to Texas A&M. Brother, how are you?
Good. How are you doing? Yeah, I jumped on your live here and saw you were plugging the tour, so I figured I'd jump in and help you plug it a little bit.
Yeah, man. Go and give us your best marketing pitch, and then we'll get back to some debates.
Well, are you tired of getting fucked by wrinkly orange old men?
Absolutely.
Join the Unfuck America tour.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Absolutely. I think everybody is, from American manufacturing all the way to veterans, all the way to people that don't make $366,000 annually.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, and we're seeing it. We're seeing a lot of the fuck around and find out shit that is happening with all of these farmers and blue collar workers and federal workers who, you know, we're still Americans, and it feels bad to see Americans losing their jobs and their livelihoods and their, you know, their family farms and stuff like that. But it's just I didn't think he was actually going to do it, or I didn't think he'd do it to me stuff is just kind of mind boggling, because he's been saying it over and over and over again. He's said it for 10 years that he's going to do this.
Absolutely. Offwagon, we're going to get back to some debates, but I do want to debate with you tomorrow. I'm going to drop you some times.
All right. Sounds great.
What is
Yeah,
the
man.
name of the company that JD Vance is invested in
I appreciate you.
that buys farms off people? Are you guys aware of that? That JD Vance has a venture capital firm, and as they're driving farmers out of business, that JD Vance is a partner in a business that is then going and buying up family farms.
Somebody said Acer.
Acre Trader, thank
Yeah.
you. That it's Acre Trader. Yes, it's Acre Trader. I mean, it's bigger than that. I mean, and people in Congress are doing it as well. They are profiting off the demise of America. It's the same thing with market manipulation. This last Monday, 1 week before that, Trump made $415 million just on his own stock. God knows how much else shorting the market. The top 500 richest people in this country made $304 billion while we lost huge chunks of our retirement. That's what I say. If you can do math, If you can do statistical analysis, which let me help, now AI can do it for you. You don't even have to do your own math. All that has happened since 1980 are transfers of wealth to the top of the economy. We are being robbed. And MAGA, we're all in the same lifeboat, slipping under the water together. And you guys are like, Trump's going to save me. He loves me. You're still going to drown. You're still going to drown. You're just going to be the delusional weirdo in the boat who's crying for Trump to save you while we all drown together. You are not special. You're being robbed by the same people we are. You just are in cognitive dissonance. Wake up.
Guys, with that being said, Trump is making America garbage again. If you tend to disagree, why don't you request up? Let's actually get down to the raw data. We have 437 people in here, guys. Let's get up to 100K. Please keep my life safe. I cannot get any 7 dare before I head off to go on my little crusade.
Yes, let's tap the screen. Let's get to 100K. You guys know me. I'm all about tapping the screen. Let's all tap the screen and get Chris to 100K.
Let's see who we got.
Yes, Chris and I are brother and sister. We're just two hybrids trying to survive with big brains trying to survive.
Yeah, we are two light skins, guys, and we are calm under pressure. That's how us light skins do. President Trump is making America great again. Cool. Let's go ahead. Just send your request. Let's talk about it. Let's see what your definition of great is. So happy to find Chris. I'm so happy you came. I'm so happy that you guys are in here that didn't vote against my best interest as a veteran, a black man, and a person not in the 1%. Thank you. Maybe time to throw some people overboard. Yeah. MAGA has low standards.
It's not enough room in the raft, and we can't save all of MAGA, especially if they won't stop shouting for Trump to save them. It might be time to throw some people into the ocean. Senator
Van Hollen. ANC making South Africa garbage again. Yeah, so they revoked Elon's citizenship. That's 50%. Let's just get his citizenship revoked here, and the world's a better place. The hell all the ops at? Guys, we have 450 people in here, guys. Let's go ahead and share this to your story as well. If you have somebody that you didn't eat Thanksgiving dinner with because they voted for Trump, it's okay. Just have a conversation with us and let's see what happened.
They'll never let go, Jack. Exactly. It's fine. Just float off. You guys will be fine.
Also, guys, share the live too. Keep tapping, share. I have not been hearing about Elon since Season 1. Elon is currently beefing with Trump because his tariffs is causing Elon to lose massive profit margins with Tesla, which shows you that he was only in Doge for a money grab anyway.
Well, but I mean, it's not a money grab. I mean, it is a money grab, but also just know the day of extreme market manipulation, the 4th time the markets were manipulated, not this Monday, but last Monday, Elon made $38 billion. His Tesla stock shot back up too. I mean, it's not that he's not profiting and he's getting military contracts, but the Doge is designed so that Elon can go after anyone and get all the data he can to punish people that have gone after him. Every single investigation into any one of his companies has now disappeared.
Tony, hello. Hey, what's going on?
Hi, police. So, did you guys hear about Gomez, the one that was arrested yesterday? It's a topic that's probably going to come hot. So a ruling just came down from Juan Carlos Lopez under the new law in Florida. He was held for ICE. Got stopped at a traffic stop. He was a passenger on the car going from Georgia to his Florida job in Tallahassee. They just made a ruling. If you want to look up, if you want to Google, that's why I was look up there. So even though he's a U.S. born citizen, his birth certificate was showed. The misdemeanor was removed. They're still holding him, choosing to hold him for 48 hours until ICE gets him and he's deported. So look into that.
It's I've heard of it. You can look up GeorgiaRecorder.com. Well, I like this newspaper because the Atlanta Constitution Journal, you have to pay for it. But U.S. born man from Georgia held for ICE under Florida's new anti-immigration law. Florida judge says she was obliged to ignore his documented proof. Right.
Yep. And then if you look at the Florida, what was the name of the article?
He's an he entered Florida as an unauthorized alien, even as a supporter waived his U.S. birth certificate in court.
Chris, if you want to look up Florida Phoenix, that's the Florida newspaper that I read it out of when I was told about it because somebody came and told me, but
I'll send you the article.
They showed his proof, his birth certificate, born here in the whole nine, and they're still choosing to ignore his papers.
Yeah.
Hold him in jail,
I read
and now
that.
they're going to deport him.
I listen, and I don't know how much everyone doesn't get. That's the point. Like, the point is to do this to U.S. citizens as well. The point is not, like, and that's the point everyone needs to get. It does not matter if you are a criminal, if you are not a criminal, if you were born in the U.S., if you were not born in the U.S. The point is that anybody Trump feels like removing from the United States will be removed. Anyone Trump feels like holding into custody. And this is a money grab, right? There are huge private prison companies, look up Core Civic and Geo Group, who have lobbied the conservative Republicans to the tunes of millions and millions of dollars in Congress. The conservative Republicans have huge stock positions in these groups, and they need bodies. It does not matter who you are. They need bodies in prisons to make money. This is a money grab. And I was just going through it. Look up Eric Prince.
I was just gonna
He's the
say
man who owns Blackwater. I was talking about this on the People's Receipts and going through it. This is the former CEO of Blackwater that created Blackwater. He's a billionaire in Michigan. He submitted a government proposal months ago. I mean, this is how they're going to hold American citizens in El Salvador. They're going to buy the ground, annex the territory. So when you say, I get due process on American soil, you are on American soil. I mean, it's a government proposal that was submitted. You can read about it. There's Politico articles on it. Look up Eric Prince.
Did you read the proposal? Did you see the parts that were quoted? Ridiculous.
Of course I read it.
And now he's going under a new company because he doesn't want Black Hawk. What is it, Constellus? Is that what they named it?
Constellus, yeah.
Constellus, right?
Ops, request up.
You can
It's
have your
Blackwater.
shirt.
Yeah.
Black Hawk are helicopters.
No, Blackwater, Constellus. I believe they're like the same, aren't they?
Well, that's the new name for Blackwater.
Mm-hmm.
That's what from.
No,
what
he's,
I
yeah,
read.
no, I mean, but he's also not the CEO anymore for reasons because of things he did. Like, he's the former CEO. This has nothing to do with that. He formed a company last Wednesday to do with this. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to do with that. He's not doing it under that private security firm. This is something different. But yeah, I mean, has to do with a lot of people making a lot of money, a consolidation of wealth. And if you believe that they care, if you are brown, you're in danger. This already happened in Arizona. HB 1070, Sheriff Joe Arpaio did this, where he was stopping and frisking people and accusing any brown person of being undocumented. And even when people would carry their documentation in Arizona for years, like that, they would still be detained for months at a time, regardless of what they said in court. And you know how Sheriff Joe Arpaio got out of trouble? Trump pardoned him. He paid for a pardon.
Mm-hmm. Chris, it was nice to meet you, Felice. Chris, you can drop me down. The ruling just came down. They lifted the misdemeanor, and they're still going through with it. They refused his proof. That's all I wanted to come up and tell you.
Thanks, love you.
Love you.
Guys, I see a whole lot of W Trumps in the comments and Trump 2025. Guys, do not reject my request or else I'm just going to start rapturing you guys. Talk is cheap, right? Actions are everything. Guys, go ahead and tap the screen, guys. If you're a Trump supporter and think that Trump is actually making America great, please request up. Let's have a conversation about it. I don't know why the ops are requesting up. That's very weird. I don't know. Should I restart or am I okay right now?
Oh, are you asking me? I don't know. You're an expert of your own lives. If you want to restart, that's fine. I don't know. You know what I mean? You know better than me.
Well, yeah. Okay, cool. Come right back. We have
yeah.
we have like nothing but Kamala supporters in here.
والله اقدر اوصل نزلوها على المنطقه الفلانيه يدلونه ويروح مشي لين
Capitalist. First, everybody's. Ooh. Welcome back to the stream, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, we're going to see if we can get a fresh wave of inbreds, and we're going to get this party started again.
That's funny. You made me laugh. No, yeah, I mean, that's I mean, basically, yeah, I mean, you can't, like, the point is, though, of this case we're talking about, and I'm not saying a lot of people are going to be harmed by what Trump's doing. It's almost like we were all screaming this from the rooftops and no one was listening. But yeah, like, basically, this is a local judge saying, yeah, I don't have any jurisdiction. I'm not an immigration judge. So you're showing me that you have a birth certificate. You're showing me that you have a social security card, but the order is from ICE. So you have to show it to ICE. I mean, that's, you know, she doesn't have jurisdiction, which for her is probably correct. But I mean, for him is very scary. It doesn't mean he's going to be deported. It means ICE has to come collect him. And then, I mean, in the past, that would mean you got a day in court. Who knows? Now you might be going to El Salvador. And I'm only laughing so I don't cry.
Yeah, because it's honestly bring people to a concentration camp without due process. Guys, welcome back to the stream, guys. Let's start tapping the screen. As a reminder, I'm going on the Unfuck America tour. I would hate to get taken down beforehand. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get back to the 100K mark, because I'm going to be so mad if you don't. Guys, Trump is MAGA, right? You guys are 100% correct, but I think you guys are reading it wrong. He's making America garbage again. So if you tend to disagree with the statement that I just said, please request up. Let's have a conversation and let's see what's actually going on right now.
To come yell at you again.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Barker was like, you can't just not address a point and then run to the next one. Like, there's context behind things. But let's go ahead. All right, here we go. Hyped content. Hyped content. How old are you for TikTok terms and services? Hello? All right, well. He was hyped and then he wasn't.
And less hyped.
Yeah, he was hyped and then humbled, I guess. Guys, go ahead and tap the screen. Let's get up to 10K, guys. Even if you don't like me, tap anyway.
Well, there's MAGA leftists. You're always harassing people. Why don't you come talk? Trump is cleaning out the garbage. You're talking about brown people who are here legally? You're referring to as brown people as garbage? That's an interesting choice.
That's insane.
Especially when talking to two brown people.
Yeah, that's honestly insane. And one that served their country for 6 years. MAGA, how old are you for TikTok terms and services?
I'm 31.
You're 31?
Yeah, 1993. But I have a disability.
Okay, well, not because of the disability. I just don't trust that you are the age that you say you are. I'm 29.
Oh my God, are people born in 1993 31? I guess that's right. Oh my God.
Yeah, I just couldn't. Yeah,
for a second I was like, wait, what?
I'm 29 and not because of disability. I just don't think he's actually. Yeah,
no, I know.
There's no way. Guys, tap the screen, share the live, get up to 100 shares, share it to your story, all that good stuff. In 1992, I'll be 33. Yeah, so I think he was off. I mean, I think he almost had it. We love Trump. Awesome. I don't. Let's talk about it. Guys, tap the screen. Welcome back into the stream, guys. Please tap and share and do all that wonderful stuff. Who's
in
this?
the comments that loves Trump.
All right. Let's go for it. Oh, wow. Okay, he disconnected. Wow. Guys are got that Starlink connection. Tap the screen, guys. Also share it to your live. Do all that good stuff. Make sure, guys, listen. We're working hard to represent team light skinned and the average American. So make sure you tap the screen. You know, we have a long line of excellence that we have to maintain, including Kamala Harris and Jerome Powell and Barack Obama, and then we can go all the way back. You know, so. Oh man. Grande says we love Trump. All right. Can you tell me why? Someone with a disability that supports Trump still breaks my heart. Yeah, well, the two people in America that probably hates disabled people the most is Donald Trump and Greg Abbott. Texas. So he signed that bill to give like $100 billion to private schools while the public school system here sucks, by the way. So that's the governor. That's the governor. Sorry, Colin Powell, my bad. Wait, no, Colin Powell's a different guy. Yeah, sorry. He's the light-skinned dude, Secretary of State, my bad. Guys, Trump's making America garbage again. If you disagree, request up, guys. Keep tapping the screen. Keep tapping the screen. Keep tapping the screen.
Yes, let's do tap the screen. We're all excellent tappers.
Yeah, let's be charitable here. You said another Democrat BS site. Cool. Let's have a conversation with the Rhino. I'm in Texas. Hate Abbott. Yeah. We should have term limits. I moved to Texas in 2016 and he was still governor. Like, what the hell? All right, here we go. Freddie, how old are you for TikTok terms and services?
44.
Okay. Did you
Love
vote
your
for
cat.
Yes, very great looking cat. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I did not.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you, and we're only looking for opposition right now.
Okay, no worries. Have a good one.
Yep. Got somebody else right in the box. Let's roll right in it. Oh, you said I think I tapped the request. Oh, sorry, Deborah. Yeah, no, I just saw your comment. It's all right, guys. It just means you guys are. And MAGA leftists, like, you've never debated me, but you do watch my stories a lot and send me a lot of.
He just talks a lot. Too scared to ever show up and back it up.
Yeah, I mean,
Keyboard warrior.
If Donald Trump's not going to be your dad, I'll go ahead and be your dad right now. Why don't we have a conversation for the first time? Yeah, I've seen that guy a lot.
I was raised by a malignant narcissist, so I can belittle you just like Trump. Come up here.
Yeah. Guys, let's get up to 50K. You said the neck beard goes crazy. Guys, I'm actually shaving my beard tomorrow. I just don't like facial hair anymore. You guys told me to give it a shot, and I took your guys' advice. I just don't like it. It doesn't look bad. I just don't like it anymore.
I feel bad though in the summer. I'm not going to say where you live. I almost did, but
people know I live in Houston.
Oh, they do know. Yeah,
it's
that's
so
too much
big of an
humidity.
area.
It's too much humidity. Oh, I guess people know where I live.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to tell people the part of Houston because Houston's like a massive ass city. But yeah, but
where did MAGA leftists go? I thought you were going to come up here instead of talking ass in the comments over and over and over. I see him all the time.
Yeah, he always watches my stories.
Great typer, not great at ever backing up a word he types.
And sends DMs for no reason, and no beards in the summer, Midwest guy. Yeah, I agree. Guys, go ahead and tap the screen, guys. Share the live to your story. Let's get some opposition in here. And yeah, guys, sit back and relax and watch the crash outs. I don't want to make plain jokes because there's more going down on the Trump administration. God bless those people's souls.
My new favorite insult, actually, now is just say someone is simple.
Yeah. Or I just say that the family tree looks like a reef. Gets them every time.
Or weirdo or simple.
Yeah. Tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. Don't be uncharitable with the taps. Please keep my life safe. So I can show you the cool things at Texas A&M at College Station. Have y'all seen the news about the born citizens detained by ICE? Carlos Lopez Gomez? Yeah. I also saw the one that got detained at DH.
I just want to say this. I just really need to say this because, like, it does not matter if you are a U.S. citizen, if you are here on vacation, if you're an undocumented immigrant, if you're a legal permanent resident with a green card. None of that matters. You have to understand the Constitution. If your feet stand on U.S. soil, you have the right to due process. period. So even if an undocumented immigrant's right to due process is eroded, all of our rights to due process are eroded. That's period. That's a misunderstanding when MAG is like, oh, it was a brown criminal. It doesn't matter if you're a criminal, not a criminal. If your feet are on U.S. soil, you can't determine someone is a criminal if due process does not exist.
People keep disconnected.
Our justice system already doesn't work. I mean, I'm not claiming. No, it's not false, Curry. Bless your simple heart. Now pull out your pocket constitution that you use to defend 2A and read it more closely. God, people are idiots. My patience is gone. My patience is literally gone. If your feet are on U.S. soil, you have the right to due process. And calling somebody low info when you're painfully incorrect is embarrassing.
Plus, I believe it says all persons, not all American citizens. Okay, here we go.
That's the point. It doesn't, let me help you. If you save all your money, Curry, for the first time you ever leave the country, and you save up for that 1-star resort in Cancun, all inclusive, so you can, and then they arrest you there, and you're just like, hey, I was on vacation. I'm not doing anything wrong. And then they mail you to Venezuela and they just say, he's in a gang. He was helping the cartels. Right? That's the same situation. If you can't use your line of logic, why would anyone go on vacation to another country if you didn't then have due process? You have due process on U.S. soil regardless of citizenship. You think it through. Think it through slowly.
I'm scared. How old are you for TikTok terms and services?
38.
And did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
All right. Can you come a little bit closer to your mic? It's kind of hard to hear you, sir.
All right.
Yeah, man, you're good. How is he making America great again right now?
How's he making it great?
Yeah, that's his slogan. Yeah.
Fighting for us, America.
Okay, so would you agree that that defending the Constitution would be fighting for the average American?
Defending the Constitution?
Yeah, that's what our country was founded on. That applies to all of them. Okay, perfect. So why do you support a president that's trying to literally jail people for exercising the First Amendment? Trying to jail ABC News journalists that interviewed Kamala Harris during her campaign. ABC's interviewed more than just Kamala Harris over the point. Trump that's trying to literally get people that protest in favor of Palestine jailed, and calling financially boycotting Tesla, which is perfectly legal, terrorism. So, yeah, that's not suppressing people's right to protest, freedom of press, and freedom of speech is not looking out for the average American.
I mean, I kind of agree on some points about all that, but
well, which ones do you disagree with? Because we all have the right to protest, right?
yeah.
Okay, well, he doesn't think so.
I mean, I think from his point it's more people like that aren't citizens that.
Wait, but the ABC News journalists, let's start with the ABC News journalist. By the way, people that are on student visas, according to Doe versus Plyer, they still have the First Amendment, right?
It's free speech without the government suppressing it.
Yeah.
It doesn't just apply to American citizens.
Yeah,
Why would people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to school here? And I'm guessing you didn't go to university, but the point at university is to learn to think critically and formulate lines of logic and opinions. And you're now saying that if you pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to come to America to go to school, you in fact cannot have an opinion? Opinions are illegal.
Yeah, so...
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so Trump isn't advocating for the average American because the average American and according to the Supreme Court, the legal residents to include students with visas, asylum seekers, right, and any other people under a protected legal status has the same First Amendment that an American citizen does. This has been settled a long time ago. Wu versus Philadelphia, Doe versus Plyer, like they have the same First Amendment that we do. That's the laws of the land, and that's been settled since like early 1800s. right? So why throw people in jail for exercising their First Amendment? Somebody can go outside today, right, and have a rally with Confederate flags. I may not like it, but they're more than welcome to. So people have the right to go protest, right, about what's going on in Palestine if they feel some type of way about it.
Aren't those your average Americans?
The ones that are getting, like, you know, getting arrested, and the ones that are attempted to get deported, like, that's for just simply having an opinion about children getting unalived. So once again, right, just because Trump doesn't like the protest doesn't mean he should go take legal action.
It's not even just that, Chris. I just want to defend something. It's not even just that. It's much more legal than that. Rumeysa Öztürk, who was just a person from Turkey getting her PhD at Tufts University, she has never been to a protest. There is no evidence nowhere is there evidence Mahmoud Khalil did anything wrong. I just want to be clear. But not only has she never been to a protest, the only known thing she has ever done wrong, which is not wrong in any way, was with two other people. She co-authored an opinion piece in the student newspaper that had nothing to do with America, the government. It said, hey, Tufts University needs to make sure that they are not investing in companies that are supporting genocide.
Right.
It was a critique of her own school, which she pays tuition at, and has never done a thing wrong. And she has been disappeared and is languishing away in detention in Louisiana. These are not criminals.
Right. Just because they have a differing opinion from the president doesn't mean that you should get thrown in jail for it. That's not protecting, like, the average American or person with the protected legal status according to U.S. jurisdiction.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely get what you're saying.
Okay, so we're just going to keep going down the up and down the Constitution then, right? Fourth Amendment, right? So during this mass deportation operation, the ICE agents are doing things they're not supposed to be doing to American citizens. They're raiding places without a warrant or probable cause, which is violating the Fourth Amendment. Illegal search and seizure, and I'll give you a beautiful example. Not a beautiful example, because that's my brother, right? We served in the same military. Newark, New Jersey, off hours, seafood, like, freaking preparation place. He got raided, right? Freaking beat up, freaking basically. And even though he was a U.S. citizen, served his country for almost 20 years, and his coworkers were citizens, but they still got detained. And that's just one instance, right? We have these ICE agents going in, doing illegal search and seizure against Americans.
So you said they don't have any probable cause?
No, they don't. And they don't have a warrant. We have the investigations too. So you need a probable cause and warrant in order to do these things. And they have neither. They just keep recklessly doing these things.
Oh.
Schools, churches, people's places of work, zero warrants, zero probable cause. The only rhetoric they have is just the color of their skin. And guess what the dude was, the veteran that got raided in his workplace. He was Puerto Rican. That's the only thing they had to work off of. Citizen, veteran, but he was Puerto Rican, so we can go ahead and raid that anyway, according to ICE agents.
I haven't been really, as far as that, keeping up.
Well, it's been happening every week since Trump's been president.
And the ones they're saying are the worst of the worst, they're removing, and without due process under the Alien Enemies Act, the Tren de Aragua members. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did an investigation, 75% of them, and it's higher now, but now I'm quoting an actual investigation from CBS 60 Minutes. 75% have never committed a crime in their lives.
Yeah, so
they just took random brown people, said they were gang members, and disappeared them. Now they have the Department of Homeland Security ICE documents. They have tattoos of what they say are these are the arms of gang members. They reversed image searched all those. There's a 44-year-old man, a white man in Britain. That's the clock one. Right? There's a train that has his daughter, the date and the time his daughter was born on it. They reversed image searched all of them. 11 of 12 are not the arms of gang members and do not represent gang tattoos. They are complete lies.
Don't they have, like, affiliations with those gangs?
No. They are
So
random
like-
citizens. One was from a book in a Thai parlor, a Thailand Thai parlor tattoo. They reversed image search them. They have nothing to do. These are not the arms of gang members.
also, I'm scared. I'm going to go ahead and use what you just said. So these DHS examiners are making blanket statements like anybody that wears a Chicago Bulls hat is part of the MS-13. So do you think like a large majority of the city of Chicago that takes pride in their very good basketball team is MS-13 because they have Chicago Bulls merch?
Right.
No, I'm like asking you, is that the case?
I mean, I wouldn't wear it, to be honest.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you if a large majority of Chicago citizens wearing this memorabilia because they buy it by the millions, right? They take pride in it.
Yeah.
Is that enough evidence to prove they're part of the MS-13?
No, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Okay, then yeah. Okay, well,
Just like in Los Angeles, like if you can't wear a certain hat out there, even though a lot of people buy it, if you wear that hat out there, they're going to consider you a part of a gang.
But that doesn't make you a part. Do you understand what due process is? Would you like to have the wrong hat on and then be disappeared in the middle of the night? And when you try to say, no, this is a misunderstanding. This is just a hat. I liked the color. Everyone's like, shut up. You're a gang member. Do you understand what due process is? Just say it's not okay. You know it's not.
No, I'm saying it's not okay. It's not, but like I'm trying to compare like how it is in Los Angeles.
I have a Chicago's Bulls hat myself, by the way. So, well, I mean, I wear it sometimes, especially at the gym. Does that mean when I go to the gym, I'm an MS-13 member?
I wouldn't wear it.
Well, okay. So no answer. All right. So I'm definitely not an MS-13 member just because.
No, you're not.
Okay. Well, yeah. So. Okay, got it. So just the fact that you're appealing to Trump's logic is insane. Even the fact you even had to question that. All right, so like with that being said, right? So how is he actually? So now we're going over. He's violating people's like. How is he actually looking out for the American citizen?
I live in Chicago too. So
okay, then.
Put that hat on.
Okay.
This is on topic. Like these are random feeling or preference that you have doesn't make it okay to disappear people based on no evidence. And by the way, and I've presented this all on my show. I have gone through the checklist. Do you understand how they decide that someone is an alien enemy, which was reserved for World War time, right? Actual spies, enemies of war that needed to be removed, or just random Japanese people that we interned during World War II and did horrible things to. But the Alien Enemies Act, there's a checklist. You only need 8 points. And not one thing involves actual proof. It doesn't involve a criminal record. It's some guy says you're a gang member. Some guy says your tattoo is a gang tattoo. Some guy says that your roommate is a gang member. Some guy says that you have texted a gang member. And it's 1 to 2 of those things and you're gone. Even if you don't make it to 8 points, just a bigoted supervisor, if you get to 6, can sign off and disappear you without due process. There is no excuse for this. It is not okay.
All right. So do you have anything else? Because we've had you up for a while.
No, I'm with Trump. I voted for it.
Okay.
Completely ignorant. Keep on keeping on, bro.
You literally just ignored everything we just said. And literally when I said if I was a gang member because I have a Chicago Bulls hat, you were quite literally appealing. So, guys, apparently I joined the MS-13 the day I bought that online, which is insane. Ellie Mae, how old are you for TikTok terms and services?
27.
Okay. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
So I saw you say something interesting in the comments, and it goes back to the constitutional part. You said what? You should leave the country if you feel a type of way about what?
I didn't say that. I said you don't get to visit this country and disrespect the United States and expect to say.
Can you
Absolutely, do. Do you understand
Yeah.
the Constitution? What you said flies in the face of the U.S. Constitution and is unbelievably ignorant. You just said people's people's opinions do not allow make sure they can't enter the country. That goes against the U.S. Constitution and is
They're
completely
allowed
ignorant.
to enter the country. They're
So what
not
you meant to
allowed
say is,
support
I
terrorism
feel
in
like
They're not. Hold on, hold on.
no, that's
Hold-
no, that's not what you said. Your
That's not what you
claim
said.
was you're not allowed to come to this country and disrespect the United States of America. That is absolutely anyone is allowed to have any opinion. You are now moving into thought crime territory. Should we?
Yeah.
Are thoughts illegal? Are you that delusional?
Hey, wait.
Well, we were for COVID in the election.
Hey,
so-
wait. Hey, wait. Hey,
we're pivoting again.
Please
for the
don't sit.
third time. Now
Hold on, hold on, guys.
to
Hold on.
COVID misinformation.
allowed to be
We're
criminal
pivoting to
if it
COVID
goes against
misinformation.
Okay,
We're pivoting
so-
to COVID misinformation.
You are coming into a
Okay,
country.
so Ellie,
their laws.
can the host ask you a question really quick? Because you said terrorism. Cool. Let's play ball. Oh, okay. So I expect you to be logically consistent here. Then, do you have this? Do you have this attitude towards January Sixers that committed the biggest domestic T attack since 9/11?
No, they committed violence in the name of Donald Trump. That's fine. This is literal fascism. As long as you commit violence in
Hold
the
on.
name of Orange Jesus, it's completely legal in this
So-
country. Oh,
so-
by the way, also, if you have money to pay for a pardon, you're not a criminal. If you have money to pay to get yourself out of a crime, you're not a criminal. Commit violence in the name of Hitler, you're not a criminal. Commit violence in the name of Trump, not a criminal.
That's not
Do
how that
any
works.
have a thought in the words of Ellie Mae, then you're a criminal.
Wait.
Makes perfect sense.
No, that's not
Wait,
what I
so
said.
wait, wait, so
Genius,
Trying to
absolute
twist my words
genius we're
around.
speaking
Wait.
to right now.
Because having the ability to have a genuine conversation. is
Wait, so May, so May, I just wanted to hear. I just wanted to.
Besides
Okay.
January 6th, because you're not going to believe how I feel about it, no matter what I say, no matter how many videotapes
Wait,
get
so
released.
can you May? I never raised my voice at you. I just
What
want
other
your.
day did we act like wild animals in the street? Besides that one day, what other time?
Okay,
Name
but
one.
May,
Name
you never. Okay, May, listen. I'm not raising my voice at you, right? You still never answered my question. I'm just saying, if you have that attitude, right, against do you have that same attitude for the same people that committed the biggest domestic T attack since 9/11? I'm just asking about January
It wasn't,
6th.
is what I'm telling you.
So you're telling me? So you're.
It wasn't.
So
Not
you're.
a single Capitol Police soldier died at the hands of anybody there.
No police officer
Absolutely
died.
wrong.
Died.
Okay.
Tell that to Brian
Innocent,
Sicknick's
unarmed
family, liar.
citizens died.
Brian-
Not the right complexion. for
Tell
you
that to
do
Brian
that.
Sicknick's family, liar.
I thought you guys didn't like
Brian-
being unalive by police officers.
Hey,
Or is
hey,
it only
May,
if
hey,
it's not
hey,
white
May. Do you know me personally? Can you stop yelling at me? I've never raised my voice at you once. So let's break this down, right? Can you tell me who Brian Sicknick is?
Brian Sicknick was a man who died on January 7th.
Exactly, because
Which
of what?
had nothing to do
Yes,
with
it did.
the
Because what did the
Oh,
medical
it
exam?
did.
What did?
Ellie
what
Mae's
did-
a doctor now.
What did the
That's
medical?
what it said in his report.
Mae went to medical school.
What
No, I
did
just know
the?
how to read.
What? Yes. So what did the? Cool. What did the?
Helpful.
What did the medical examiner say? Luckily, we have that documentation. What did he
The
say?
medical examiner said he died of a heart attack.
That was induced from what? Finish the sentence.
He died from a heart attack. What else do you need to know? He didn't
Nope.
die from being.
Okay, so May, you're only okay. I'm gonna read this verbatim, right? I've tried not to raise
Now
your voice.
listen, open your ears. Here's a learning
Okay.
opportunity.
Like I'm trying to be like I haven't raised my voice at you once, but just the fact that you're not reading the whole thing. So we're gonna go to the USC. So I'm gonna tell you where to find this document. Right? Let's learn something here. United States Capitol Police, USCP.gov, medical examiner, right? Found that Brian Sicknick unalived of stress-induced heart attack. Now, with that being said, USCP accepts the findings from the District of Columbia's chief medical officer that Brian Sicknick died of a stress-induced stroke by being on the line of duty during January 6th. Right? So, with that being said, he was at the Capitol. Now, let's put this together, right? What was going on January 6th that caused him to stress the fuck out?
An FBI-fed insurrection.
Hold on. Okay.
That's hey, and as someone who can read, and I'm a historical researcher of primary documents, so I can tell you that a report was released by the FBI. Right, there was no FBI officers on site that day. There were
That's why Ray
FBI.
has to
Oh,
disappear.
stop talking, Ellie Mae. You've
That's why
already
Ray has
proved
to disappear.
you've already proved yourself to be completely incompetent
No,
in
it's
this
the fact that
situation.
you guys
No, I'm
ignore
not
the
done
videos that have
speaking.
come out.
Stop speaking.
Oh my god.
I'm not done
the
speaking.
videos that
I am
come
not
out.
done speaking.
Are you
Anyways,
telling me?
so for
And you
anyone who's not completely ignorant, I'm just going to tell you, there's a report on this that was released literally like 6 months ago, right? Or like 4 months ago. I've read the entire report. There was not one there were FBI agents in the city of Washington, D.C. on duty, not in the Capitol, not in the swarm. There were people that informed the FBI, criminal informants, people in the Proud Boys and such, who were in that crowd, who were directly informed by the officers who oversaw them, their handlers, to not enter the Capitol. Some of them did so anyways against their FBI handlers' wishes. But outside of that, no. In fact, Ellie is a conspiracy theorist who is continuing to spread a bunch of lies. Bless your heart, Ellie Mae.
The type of education that you claim to have.
So May,
watch these videos.
May. So please just, okay. I will never raise my voice at a woman, even though you voted against my best interest as a black man, as a
I
veteran.
voted for your interest. honey.
Well,
Bless your heart, Ellie Mae. Don't
so-
speak to brown people about things you don't understand.
Yeah, so
Yes, 'cause you know me.
So May, watch this.
Aren't you multiracial?
May,
You
oh
can't
my
pick
God.
out another
Yes, I'm
multiracial
black.
person.
I'm black.
That's crazy.
Don't talk
May.
to me, Ellie. Everything
That's fine,
you've
'cause I'll
said
talk to
so
whoever I
far
want
has
to.
been
You don't get to
incorrect.
say what I can
Ellie,
and cannot
having a
say on.
conversation with you is physically painful.
Oh, why? Because it hurts your guys' narrative?
Oh, because everything you say is not based in fact.
It
Let me
is,
help
though.
you. Everything I
is,
say,
though. There
let me
are
help you,
videos out
Ellie.
there.
Let me help you, Ellie
You can
Mae.
research, right?
Everything
You
I
can
say,
research.
everything I say is
Those are
fact
out there, and
driven
you're
and
wrong.
data
No,
based.
it's not,
Fact driven
Princess.
and data based. So that's how I can show up on the internet and confidently speak.
Besides January
So
6th, what
hey,
else
May,
can you
May,
bring up
May,
to
May,
claim
we're
the
not
rest
done. Okay, May, you haven't proven your. So can you give me May? I'm not May.
Hey,
See how
we're
I'm
not asking you to yell feelings. We're
Yeah.
asking you to provide
So-
documentations. A debate has nothing to do with yelling your feelings.
So May, here's how you win this argument, right? And she dropped off. I was gonna ask her for a piece of evidence from the FBI.
There is no evidence.
Yeah, that's why I was saying. Yeah, so. See, look, guys, I'm not gonna raise my voice at like a woman, even if she voted against my best interest. But
He
that was
lied like 5 times.
I know. Bellevue, how old are you for TikTok terms and services?
We are doomed. I agree with
59.
whoever wrote that.
Okay, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I certainly did.
Okay, first, you have a little bit of background noise. I'm not sure if you can take care of that, please.
Oh, I'm driving. Sorry. I guess
Oh,
this
you
might not be-
can't do that. Guys, he was actually teleporting for TikTok terms and services. Fuck. Is Frank up here? No, he's not.
Is that why you say that? Now I get it.
Yeah.
Not get that the first time that guy said that. I was like, oh.
People say, I love Spicy Felice. I'm like, look, guys, she's down. Listen, we both love using empirical evidence, and when people just go off of emotions and conspiracy theories, I don't like that. And just the fact that I read the
Ellie Mae ran off to still talk in the comments. There's nothing more embarrassing than running off and continuing to complain in the comments.
Right, like I didn't drop her. I was gonna wait for her to. I was gonna wait for her to give me the give me the FBI report that said that they let them in the Capitol building. Buddy, how old are you for TikTok terms and services?
48.
Okay. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Okay, you want to talk about foreign policy? I've been talking about economics and stuff within the states for a while. You want to talk about foreign policy, or you want to talk about something else?
I was going to talk about racism.
You were going to talk about racist? All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why
as
I
long
voted
as
for
you
Donald Trump.
you voted in favor of racism. Hello?
No, I voted for Donald Trump on account of racism.
So you voted for him for racist. So if I'm hearing this correctly, you voted for a racist candidate, and that's what you liked about him. I'm just trying to understand your argument here.
Okay, well,
you tell me, right? I'm trying to you said.
I'm trying to tell you, but it seems like you're telling me. So,
Well, I'm asking you, is that why you voted for him? Because he's racist? I didn't say that's why you voted for him. I'm asking you.
worded your question different. Try that.
You're okay. So I asked you why you voted for Trump. You said because of racism. So he's racist? So he's racist.
He is. You asking me or you telling me?
I'm asking you, he's racist? Question mark?
I don't know how.
Wait.
that-
All right. No. Let's break down terms here.
You can't ask me if he's racist. You have to ask him that. I voted for him because of racism.
Okay, so like you're not breaking. Okay, so racism is a word. You
Explain.
voted.
When you say I voted for him because of racism, you're saying you as a white man believe that in Western civilization, you, sir, are being discriminated against. Is that correct?
I'll ask you a question. Do you believe racism?
Hold
Don't answer a
buddy,
question with a question. Just answer. Do you believe you're being discriminated?
Because I still don't know your claim.
Wait, just no. He's making it. Let him say it. I said it. That's what it is.
Okay, so your question was, do I believe that the white man can be all the racism in a Western civilization? No, I don't. That's inaccurate. 1,000%.
Glad to hear it.
All right, so let's break this down, right? So hopefully you're not one of those people
Just tell us what you believe. Like, just that we could just,
Yeah,
you know what I
'cause
mean?
I'm
Just
still
say
very
what you
confused.
do believe.
I believe that the struggle for a white man in this society, we all agree that racism is real. So, right? You
believe that it's getting harder for you, and like, let me just again.
No. My
let me just say one thing, and let me just say something.
You say
so
it, but
I'm a researcher, and I just need to tell you something. I want to tell you something genuinely. The minute that the data bears out, right, there's something called impact studies. It's a form of statistical analysis, and that's how we know who is being disproportionately marginalized and discriminated against in society, right? It's mathematics, it's data. And so the minute, and I promise you this, buddy, and I'm that's your name. I'm not saying that sarcastically. I'm saying the minute the data bears out that white men are being discriminated against or marginalized in America, I promise you that I will be the first person in line to fight for your rights.
Okay.
It's just that currently the data does not bear that out.
Okay, what data are you using? And who
statistical analysis, impact studies, right? Like, how do you think we know that people are being disproportionately discriminated against in society, right? It's the same. I'm going to tell you, statistical analysis. Like, we know that black men are less likely to be hired because of their hair. They're less likely to be promoted. Like, women make 62 cents or something on average to every dollar a man makes, right? This is mathematics. That's how we know that discrimination exists. It's not a feeling that we have. Like what you're saying, buddy, is
you still haven't given me a resource.
I'm gonna listen to me.
Buddy,
you're saying I feel like I'm being discriminated
I didn't
against.
say that.
And when you have spent your entire life sitting in a place of extreme privilege, then when other marginalized groups are looking for equity and equality, that can feel like discrimination. It's a feeling. The mathematics is not bearing out that you are being discriminated against at this time.
You can unmute your mic. You were just talking over.
You can,
in your studies and in your sources, not one person has came and asked me any of those questions.
We're not asking feelings. It's mathematics. It's not feelings, buddy.
All right, so let's go ahead and start with criminal. Okay, hey, I'm going to give you a source. Hey, you asked for a source. You asked for a source. Okay, cool. You asked for a source, right? Cool. We're going to go to the American Journal. Why are you asking for a source? Be quiet while I read. You asked for a source. Cool. Let's go to criminal. Okay, relax. You said nobody provided you one source, right? If you're not going to listen to data, okay, you have one more time before I ask you what the shape of Italy is. Be quiet, right? You asked for a source, right? Cool. Criminal, how is it racism when you asked for a source? So, criminal justice disparities, American Journal of Criminology, right? The exoneration rates for minorities is exponentially higher than ones of the majority. That would be white people, which means that there. Can you let me finish? All right. So yeah. You asked for a peer-reviewed source. This one's literally done in 2023. That's within the 10 years of tolerance. So with that being said, right, do you know what exoneration is? It means people that got arrested but never actually did the crime. It is substantially higher with minorities than majorities. Why is that? Because of racism. They never did the crime. That's an example.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Okay, so can you address what I said?
So
you asked,
racism, we agree that racism's in America.
Hold on. So if you don't address my,
but
can you
asking you to stay on the line of logic?
I said from the beginning.
Okay, so buddy, what's the shape of Italy?
From the beginning.
Well,
I'm not.
You should let him talk. I would like to hear it.
Well, because I just don't like when people don't address my data like that. Hello. He asked me for a source and he's not going to engage. So I'm just. Okay. You know what? I'm going to be charitable one more time. I'm going to be charitable. I'm going to be charitable one more time. Buddy, we're not moving.
I'll be charitable.
Okay, so you asked. Oh my gosh!
You just let Buddy say his piece. Buddy, we do agree that racism exists in American society.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, just let him say something. Go ahead, Buddy. Make your case for yourself being discriminated against. I'm fascinated.
I gave a source and he ignored it.
Just let him say. Buddy's feeling marginalized, and he's going to tell us why. Tell us about your struggle, Buddy.
It's not feeling, it's facts.
Based on what?
No, Buddy's feeling like people don't care about him as much as they did 20 years ago. Buddy, tell us where it hurts.
Are you done? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, a white man in America ain't got no chance no more. So that's why you saw a predominantly group of people come together and vote for Donald Trump in order to preserve America. Okay?
Wait, so you're saying that America...
It's the white man. It's hard out here for a white man, Chris. Let Buddy finish. Buddy needs to get this out. I'm listening, Buddy. I hear you. Yeah. I hear you.
I was adopted at 2 by a black family and was raised in a black community. And when I have the black community that is telling me how racism it is against the white man right now. Have you ever seen a white man in the Bronx? Have you ever seen a white man in Miami? Have you ever seen a white man in Atlanta?
So hold on, can I speak? Okay, so Buddy, with all due respect, man, you quite literally asked me for a source to show it that this is happening in America, but you just ignored it, right? So can you bring me something? Because this is just not a good. This is what you call a bad faith argument. Not only did you not allow me to not only did you not address this, but now you expect me to believe your anecdotal experience, right? That's a bad faith argument. That's a bad faith argument, right?
Not being the victim.
Hey, but okay, hey. Sorry. I got a phone call. So why are you using your anecdotal experience to speak? Right, for all Americans, but when I bring data that speaks for all Americans, you get to ignore it. Can you bring me data?
No. Your data is accumulated.
What about it?
Your data is accumulated by a community of people that would target the correct answer that they're looking for.
No, it's statistical analysis. Math doesn't see color, Buddy. Math is math.
Oh my God! But the data that you're accumulating,
no, it's
comes from a community. If I'm doing
You're talking about the FBI?
Well, let me just help you,
Can
buddy.
you
Let me
let me
just do it
talk?
for you. The black
I'm gonna
imprisonment
interrupt
rate
you.
as
Go
of
ahead.
2018 was nearly
I'm gonna mute
twice the
myself.
rate as
I'm gonna
among
mute myself.
Hispanics and more than 5 times the rate among whites. Are you grasping that? So again, the black imprisonment rate in America as of 2018 was nearly twice the rate as among Hispanics and 5 times the rate as among whites. Black people are 2.5 times more likely than white people to live in poverty and face much higher arrest rates. About 1/3 of black Americans, that's 33%, buddy, report experiencing discrimination in clinical encounters, while 22% avoid seeking health care for themselves or family members. And I can tell you this because this is one of my this is something I've been recently learning about. Misogynoir. Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to unalive in childbirth than white women. Now, buddy, let me explain something to you because I know you're getting upset. I am not accusing you, buddy, of being a racist. I want you to understand that. And when doctors go into a room to help a black woman, I don't think they're thinking in their heads, here we go, I'm a racist and I hate this black woman. It's called and this is also scientific and you can look it up. It's called unconscious bias, right? People disproportionately do not believe that black women are in pain. So again, I'm not saying, buddy, you, sir, are an awful person, and I know you have hate in your heart. I'm saying we all unconsciously, when we are raised in Western civilization, are trained to have unconscious bias that we need to consciously unpack and deconstruct from. And if I run a statistical analysis and that bias is affecting white men, then I'm going to be like, hey, we all have unconscious bias against white men, and we all need to think about that and unpack it.
Sounds good. So we agree that racism is in America, but only against everybody but the white man, right?
Buddy, did you listen to me?
I ask you a question.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, racism and unconscious bias occurs against many groups and many minority groups. Trans people, the LGBTQIA, women, Chinese people, people from the Middle East. Yeah, there's all sorts of unconscious bias. But no, actually, it seems like the privilege in this country, right? Western civilization is built on white supremacy, and the other side of that coin is, gender. It's white males. I mean, you sit at the top of the power structure. And that's how intersectionality works. The center of power in Western civilization are white males, or let's say white, straight, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant males. And every degree removed you are from that power structure, you are more marginalized. So let's say you're a white male, but you're gay. Sorry, 1 degree from the power structure. Let's say who's the farthest removed? I would say, I don't know, a disabled gay black woman. Right? It's very, right? There's different degrees removed from the power structure at which you are marginalized. But just take your privilege and use it for good, buddy. It's not bad to have privilege.
Yeah, I'm trying to educate you.
You're not educating me because you're not using data, right? So here's what I challenge you to do, right? You told me I can't use. You said that I can't use the FBI. Because, by the way, Donald Trump appointed Kash Patel, which means you just proved that Trump appoints people that distort data then. Thank you very much. So can you give me a source then otherwise? Can you lead by example? Apparently, I can't use the FBI. I can't use the CIA. I can't use the DHS. I can't use the governors. I can't use the police. Cool. Give me data that supports your claim then without using any of those organizations.
Nice manipulation.
Well, that's what you said. You told me I'm not allowed to use the FBI, so I'm not going to use the FBI. Show me what a good source looks like then.
No, you got all the sources. I give you sources.
Okay, cool. Give me one.
I just tell you believe racism. You're my source, so we agree that racism.
Hey, buddy. Hold on. You told me I'm not allowed to use the FBI because it distorts the data. Cool. Your claim is based on something then. Yes, okay, then I'm going to go back to the same stuff. Oh, all right. I mean, you can laugh while you're getting okay, cool then. Okay, cool. Then I'm now allowed to use the FBI. The FBI says with the overwhelming majority of exonerations happens to minorities. A bunch of them get arrested for crimes that they didn't do. Cool. So now we use the FBI, which proves that there is systemic racism. Cool. So now you said I can use the FBI, and the FBI quite literally proves the point of systemic racism.
Almost to 100K. Can everyone tap the screen and get Chris to 100K? Thanks, Chris. Anyway, sorry. Chris is so great for hosting this. Buddy, tap the screen. Oh, wait, I don't know if you should.
Cool. So now I can use the FBI, and the FBI says that there is systemic racism. Can you use data to refute that?
The FBI says that. You know why black people don't get pulled over? They get pulled over more during daytime? Because police can see in cars. That's why black people have a better chance of not being pulled over at night. That's statistical analysis. How sad is that? You're muted again, buddy.
Guys, I'm fine. I just can't believe what I'm hearing, but I'm fine though.
Yeah, you calm down, Chris.
Wait, so, buddy, I'm just waiting for you. So now you said I can use the FBI. The FBI proves systemic racism. Can you use data to refute what I just said?
I didn't say you couldn't use the FBI.
Yes, you did. You said because they distort the information. So now they don't distort the information. Okay, cool. So cool. So now just use data to refute me, right? Just use data to refute me. The FBI says there's systemic.
You lie about anything.
Okay, cool. Okay, so do you want me to put it on the screen? I can do that for you, actually.
You said you couldn't use the FBI.
Yeah, because you did say it distorts the information to what other people want to see. So, buddy, the FBI says that there's systemic racism. Can you give me another study that refutes the one that I just said? American Bureau of Criminology, right? Study of exonerations among minorities.
Easy, relax.
Okay, all right, cool. So give me the name.
Buddy, I know you think you're doing something. You're not doing anything.
Do you not have internet access? How are you on here right now?
Easy, be quiet.
Oh, okay. So I've got it pulled up. Can you give me the name of the study?
No, he can't. He very obviously, I think we're best for the Buddy providing sources.
Yeah.
Buddy, listen to me. Buddy, let me help you. I want to help you here. Buddy, you feel like people are mean to you. And I get it. I felt like that many times in my life. I get it. And also, there is something called classism. So let's say you're of lower socioeconomic status. Maybe it is hard for you in life, but that does not have to do with racism. Classism is another problem that very much you could be affected by. And if it is, right, if you're middle or lower class in this country, then my advice to you is to stop voting for conservatives, right? Mm-hmm. Because what we know is since 1980, the only transfer of wealth has been to the top of the economy, to billionaires. Unless you make over $360,000 a year, you are being discriminated against. I agree. We all are. We're all being robbed, buddy, by the same people. We're all in the same life raft drowning. Billionaires are robbing us. If you feel, because what I hear you saying, buddy, is someone is doing something to me. And you are right. Someone is doing something horrible to you. It's just you're confused who it is. It's not black people. It's not immigrants. It's not brown people. It's not your ex-wife who you're in a custody battle with. It's billionaires. It's Donald Trump. That's who's hurting you and robbing you.
Shh, take a breath. Breathe.
Okay, so buddy, can you address anything we're saying? Like,
of course he can.
You don't just get to ignore. All right, buddy. So okay. I can actually help you have a no. I'm okay. Because that's just getting insufferable at this point. You refuse to address data.
He was just about to give us some more of his feelings, Chris.
I am not about to do that with this man all day. He can just go ahead and go back to his like freaking cousin effing session. That's honestly insane. This dude really thinks that white people are the ones getting discriminated against. And the only thing that he said is because I grew up in a black neighborhood without any and then he told me I couldn't use that.
Part's probably, I don't even believe that, because no one who grew up in a black neighborhood would speak like that, because they would, from lived experience, know it's not true.
I wouldn't be so irritated if he just could provide me evidence if that's the case. Like, all
Yes, he did. And he's saying I was poor, which that's why I switched to the classism thing. Buddy, if you're saying you grew up poor, so did I. Literally dirt poor, didn't like food insecure, did not have food, didn't know when my next meal was coming. If I didn't go to school, I wasn't eating that day. So I get it. If you're saying I grew up poor, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's immigrants don't have your money. Donald Trump lied to you. You're being robbed by the people you're supporting.
Yep, and it's all held at the very top because the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act does not do anything but create more what's called income inequality, which will quite literally, Trump's lying to you saying that the immigrants are taking your jobs and that they're eating up Social Security when it's quite literally people that are in Congress voting to literally slash these programs for you guys. Let's see, who's this? Guys, opposition only, please. I don't know, Steve's in the request. Do you want me to let him off for a brief? Yeah, I was about to say, Steve's the homie. Oh my gosh, W Steve incoming. Steve, what's going on?
I'm a privileged white man. I can't believe you kept me waiting in the chat so
Bro,
long.
that had to be the craziest
Are you
combo.
here to tell us about how you've been discriminated against? Please.
That was crazy.
I'm the ignorant white man whisperer, and I wanted to have a chance to talk to him, but that was just unbelievable to see. You guys handled that really well. But
so it was just it was just an uncharitable argument because he told me in the very beginning I wasn't allowed to use the FBI because it twists the narrative, and then he told me I could. So I'm like, what's going on here?
apparently that guy's been doing the rounds, you guys.
Oh, okay, that makes sense because he wasn't making any sense to me whatsoever.
I know you're looking for ops. I wanted to kind of talk to him, but I'll drop. It's good to see you both. You guys are awesome.
I'll see you at Texas A&M real soon, though.
Sadly, bro, I can't get to that one because I got brought in on it a little bit too late. But the next one.
Oh, snap. Okay, cool.
You guys are awesome. Love you. See you later.
See you, buddy. Can we get W Steve in the chat? So we dealt with a case of what's called reverse racism. That is absolutely insane. I'm not going to say I've never heard that, but guys, follow me on Blue Sky. Follow me on YouTube and Twitch, where I'm currently live streaming on, guys. I've almost to 1,000 on Blue Sky, guys. Just like yapping that shit up. Oh my gosh. If we send things to the States, you don't get protection from the military to stay in school. I went to school a long time ago. But you know who's not going to be good for school is Donald Trump. Trying to get rid of the Department of Education.
I think he was being friendly. JS is cool. I think I know who that is.
Guys, keep that on the screen. You don't need to go to school to be a DEIR. Crazy. It's always the ones with 0 followers and like no profile pic to say the most off the wall things.
That's why Trump hired a bunch of mediocre, unqualified white males who have been credibly accused or covered up SA.
Ooh.
What are you talking about? Like, do you have any idea the qualifications of what it takes to be a brown person or a black person and succeed in America? Obviously not. Donald Trump didn't hire qualified people. You can read their resumes and know they're completely unqualified for the positions they're in.
100%.
Another man reeking of insecurity.
That was a lot. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that was in sensory overload because I'm like, I couldn't believe what I was hearing, to be honest with you. That was.
They feel, and the irony being the people robbing them, Donald Trump and billionaires, they believe because they're all white, like, oh, he's gonna save me, while they are picking your pockets. That's like if someone does a home invasion on you, and then you're like, if I vote for you, like, will you give me my money back? Like, how many times do you need to get robbed before you stop supporting the home invader who's robbing? Make it make sense.
Guys, Trump's making America garbage again, guys. Let's go ahead and tap that screen. Oh my gosh, that took my brain and just twisted it because I was talking to Smooth Brain up there Homeboy's like, oh, I got adopted by a black family and now I'm the victim. Which I doubt he was telling the truth on that.
Of course he wasn't. Come on. That was not true. And that's not how racism works, by the way. But that's a nice try.
How was your run today?
Good, until it got really hot, and then I thought I had heat stroke. But now I'm fine, obviously. For a second, I thought I was dying.
I did not believe him because I had data said otherwise. It was just trying to get him to actually substantiate his case is what was frustrating. Any person who doesn't believe systemic racism exists has never known a black person. Yeah. Oh my gosh. China's over here telling people that Trump's tariffs are meaningless and they're going to continue every tariff that we do. They're going to keep one-upping it. Interesting.
Racism gets worse the darker your skin color. When I was in elementary school, I didn't even understand I wasn't white exactly, because I'm a little bit white. I just didn't understand. And they called me, let's say the word was piglet, but with an N. From first, well, no, not kindergarten, first grade until sixth grade. But I didn't even understand that I wasn't white for a while. And then I dated, when I was 16, my first boyfriend was a black guy, dark. And that's when I realized how much privilege I had. I was like, oh my God, I thought I had it bad. This is even more awful. And if you ever have been to Spanish speaking countries like Chris, families from South America. I've been all over South America. I'm indigenous Mexican. It is because everyone speaks Spanish. It's just colorism. It's literally a stack rank based on your skin color. European whiteness at the top.
Just a fact. Oh my gosh. This is why we need to get one standardized curriculum. The shit they teach people in school. Crazy.
Maybe Ellie Mae will come back.
She was I wasn't even raising my voice at her, but she's over here trying to.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Oh, no. You were justified.
She went from from J6 misinformation to COVID misinformation, back to J6 information, but to her feelings. I can't do it.
Yeah, she was I was just asking her nicely just to substantiate. And just the fact she lied on Brian Sicknick, who didn't need to be on the line.
Exactly. That is I will, you're talking, no one died, nobody died at J6. That is the thing you do not say. No. I've read all of those documents. I watched every hearing. Are you kidding me?
Just to say, yeah, that's just so disrespectful to from a party that says supposedly they back the blue. That's definitely insane to say.
This is how as someone with a history degree, this is how 1930s Germany went. Violence in the name of Hitler, 100% fine, right? Violence in opposition, you're a criminal who will be hauled off and never heard from again. That is the reality of fascism. Who lost now cry. Come up here, Junior, you want to talk to us? You look like you have something to say, keyboard warrior. Come up here and say something of substance. It's probably Ellie.
Probably. Yeah, she
Ellie,
was
go
annoying.
away. Stop.
Those who don't know history are doing repeated. Yep, patriots, presidents are supposed to unite the country, not cause infighting. Yep. It's hilarious that MAGA thinks that they won exactly. What did you win exactly? Well, but I don't believe the stock market got back to anywhere near day one. We have a very divided country, I have to say. But the people that are currently dog walking Trump are three entities: China, Harvard, and what was that meme somebody sent me today? It was crazy. It was China, Harvard, and somebody else was dog walking. Oh yeah, the Supreme Court. The three entities that are dog walking Trump right now is
was the Supreme Court dog walking Trump?
Well,
Am I missing the part where they're going to do something and change from completely vague language to making actual demands?
Yeah, that's honestly a fair assessment. But W on the 14th Amendment one that happened, they need to actually, be more aggressive on Abrego Garcia, or else people that commit crimes in the
That's
U.S.
the point.
here.
Can they?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's the problem and what everyone needs to understand. Once they take you, it doesn't matter if you're a U.S. citizen or not. You have to understand the law. The U.S. Supreme Court has jurisdiction on U.S. soil.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are outside of the country, which I mean, don't get me wrong, Donald Trump can get that man back anytime he wants. He doesn't want to. He's an authoritarian dictator. But technically, the U.S. Supreme Court can't compel a foreign government to bring someone back.
This country this needs to stop, or else people.
It's almost like we were all screaming this was going to happen, and then everyone said, "Stop being hyperbolic. Nothing is going to happen."
Next thing you know, people get speeding tickets. Are going to be on a one-way trip to El Salvador if it keeps up like this.
I'm going to leave my house.
Well, yeah, especially for us people of color, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I might have to start driving the speed limit now. Hyperbolic's too big a word. Put a stop payment on the check and see how quick. Yeah. Contract with the prison says that we are full control of our inmates. That's cap. No due process anymore. Do not get a tattoo if you're a Latino. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Fuck it now. Just for my safety.
Exactly.
Fuck it.
Finally, my dad gave me some good advice.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get a tattoo now because now, next thing you know, I'm going to be put in handcuffs.
Just for what it is, gang tattoo.
Yeah. Like
Says,
that one.
I love you, mommy. Yep, that's a gang tattoo.
Oh my gosh. I love the YouTube comments because whenever you guys just talk shit in the comments, it just boosts my algorithm. These are funny. Emery says this chick is so wrong, and it says I forget. Behold, Chris and his meaningless show. Emery, I see you come every time I stream. It must not be that meaningless. Somebody says I think the brown chick is lying.
Yeah, that's because you're not intelligent. Let me help you out. That's because you can't read.
You said cannot wear Chicago Bulls gear as that seems gang related. Yeah. Could get all the Trump tats and confuse them.
Someone asked if we've heard about the U.S. citizen detained in Florida. Yeah, we have. Listen, they do. I mean, he's being detained for ICE. So that's the problem is they're saying ICE has to get here and make a determination. And yeah, it's very possible they're going to disappear a U.S. citizen. That is the next step. I mean, Trump is very clear. Didn't you hear him? The homegrowns are next. He said it twice on Monday in the Oval Office.
Yeah,
the
everybody
homegrowns
thought
are next.
Everybody thought it was a hot mic, but after he said the second time, he was dead ass serious about that. He's like, I'm gonna take all of them away.
No, it's because Eric Prince, a billionaire from Michigan, submitted a proposal months ago talking about how they were going to detain U.S. and I mean, it's very scary, but that's what they're going to do. They're going to own the ground underneath the president in El Salvador and then annex it like U.S. territory. Billionaires already do that in Honduras. It's called Prospera. So it's inside Honduras, but it's not part of the Honduran government. It's a economic free zone. So people can do whatever they want, like gene splicing and stuff. This is something billionaires already do.
Yeah, and then you still have a lot of freaking rich people investing in the private prison stocks, right? That was one of the biggest things that were invested in, like directly after the election, because they knew it was coming this way. PUP. They were trying to get Trump the derangement syndrome. Yeah. I'm scared to go with the news because then. Oh man, we're still serious about this damn canal. By the way, that's crazy. Oh, you said I hate this timeline. Me too. We could have had a different timeline with Kamala Harris.
Yeah, the Fourth Circuit struck down Trump's lawyers. I mean, of course, anybody that has a case will. I mean, anyone that's not corrupt understands that Trump is outside the bounds of the Constitution. He has been in many ways. So I'm saying that. Sorry, I'm doing it again. I start talking about things after I read. Someone asked if I knew about the Fourth Circuit's ruling a few hours ago. Yes, I've seen it.
What are the military buildup at the southern? Oh wait, do we have an op? Okay, here we go. Get the cinematic frame there. Kenton, how old are you for TikTok terms and services?
Oh, I'm way older than you. How's that? Does that work?
Are you at least above? Do you know why I'm at? Like, I'm not coming at you. I'm just making sure you're above 18. Like,
No, again, first of all, I'm a sarcastic joker, so I am 69.
Okay.
A very young 69.
Okay, yes, and I'm sure. Yeah, no, I'm definitely sure. Like, I know a lot of people. My like marathon coach is 70. He's still like running laps around me. So, with that being said, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did not. Are you guys only interviewing people?
Yeah, we're only looking for opposition right now. Yeah, I appreciate you though.
All right.
Yep.
I appreciate what you guys do. Always listening. All right. Later.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, I thought he was about to turn up because he sounded like one of those. Be like, why are you liberals?
Like, shut up, little kid.
Asking for your age and pronouns.
I like the name Kenton.
Yeah, it's very very classy. Kenton.
Very classy.
Kenton. This ring light's making me look extra light skinned today, I have to say. Gotta get my light skin face on.
The sun, the more brown. I just am getting like brown. I'm starting to look like Trump. I'm like hot brown.
Well, no, Trump's fucking orange. There's a difference. He gets JD Vance to go dust him with Cheeto dust every morning. He's like, "Sir, Mr. Vice." Dixon, how old are you for TikTok terms and services?
Sorry, what'd you say?
How old are you for TikTok terms and services?
28.
Okay, nice to meet you. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Of course.
All right, how is he making Well, actually, I'm not going to ask the first question. It's time, Felice.
Felice, question.
Dude,
I've never done Botox in my life. I'm a hybrid. We have very diverse gene pools and we age well. You should look into what melanin does for the skin. That's why white people don't age well.
Yeah, well, I'm not white, lady, but
us light skins, we just if you don't
black don't crack, but thank you.
I'm indigenous. You're not black. Don't claim that.
Yes, I am. What
are you think your skin is black?
I'm Mexican, indigenous, and black. Yeah, I don't need to explain to you. I don't need to explain to you what I am.
Which one is it?
What are you talking
hybrids.
about?
Hybrids.
So yeah,
it's called multiracial. Weirdo.
Wait, so Dixon, come back. You're going off of the colonizer theory of what's called blood quantum.
You are literally making a case for racism while we all sit here.
The blood quantum theory was literally invented, right, in the late 1700s just to go enslave people. Biracial, for example, let's take Kamala Harris. She's black, she's Indian. She's black and she's Indian. I'm Afro-Latino. I am black. I'm Latino. I'm both. Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure where you went, but yeah, sorry, it's also called the one drop theory.
He just wanted to scream something racist and then leave.
They always do.
Bless your heart.
One drop rule is absolutely crazy in 2025. Like how?
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Have I ever had Botox? No, but I'm thinking about it. Maybe one day, but I really don't need it yet.
Yeah.
But then someone told me it's preventative, which I was like, "What? You're supposed to get it?" So that's what someone recently told me. They're like, "You don't get it after you have wrinkles. You get it so you don't get wrinkles." And I was like, "Yeah, but I have melanin, so I'm just gonna wait it out."
Yeah. Wow. We get plenty of racist people here today. That's kind of insane.
I think he was trying to make me feel bad, and then it really didn't go his way.
Isn't Botox technically a neurotoxin? Just like
it's botulism. It paralyzes. Yeah, it's botulism. You're injecting like a face paralyze. You're paralyzing the facial muscles. Thanks, Joby, for the hat. Yeehaw.
This is what the hell this country's going to, man. Ugh. You can use it for extreme sweating too. What the hell? I mean, to be fair, guys, anybody that knows me
You can.
personally,
It stops people from sweating. That's one of the treatments, and for migraines. But then, just to be clear, if you sweat profusely under your arms and you get Botox, that sweat will come out somewhere else on your body. I just want to be clear. So you're just kind of like you're moving, because people do it so they don't have pit stains, like men do it. But that you're sweating somewhere else then. It's not like the liquid doesn't come out of your body.
I mean, I'm a profuse sweater anyway. I can just go up the stairs. I'm in good shape. I can just go up the stairs and I just
Like sweating. Like
Yeah.
like during division, like when I was a Division I athlete, we'd have to weigh ourselves, which that's why I will never own a scale again. Like before and after practice. And like I would lose like 10 pounds in water weight during practice. It was insane.
I barely use a scale because I wrestled in college.
I know, it fucks with your head. It really messes you up. Cool, Joby.
That actually scared me. I'm like, oh,
I
shit.
want one of those.
Yeah,
Joby's
guy.
the best. Do you know Joby One? He's the coolest person ever.
I think I've heard of this person, but I haven't had the honor.
He's the literal best.
W.
Thanks. Thanks for the donut. I'm gonna go eat a donut. I have a gourmet donut shop right by my house, so sometimes after I run, I'm like, you deserve a donut.
That sounds absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know this, but Asians make the best donuts. It's like a 5-star on Yelp donut shop run by a Chinese family, and when I say it's next level. Lucky Donuts. It's a great place.
Somebody said they don't. Well, we did have a huge debate here, me and Johnny, about which one was better, Crumble versus Insomnia.
Oh my God, I do sometimes I eat Crumble alone.
Yeah.
Like the big box, and I'll just take a bite of every one.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Do you like Crumble? Crumble's good.
I love Crumble, but
Me
some
too.
people think that Insomnia.
Yeah, people are haters on Crumble.
Yeah. I think it's because they don't admire the way it's made, because it's still got a little bit of raw dough in the middle, but that's what makes it like...
I like the raw dough, yes.
That's what makes it stand out from like the other cookies. Like I think that's very, that's articulation to the fine details.
I agree. If it's not a little mushy, do you want it? The snickerdoodle? Oh my God. I know there's so many Crumble haters. Oh my God. I know. I tried to go look at reviews on Grumble, like video reviews on YouTube. And then I was like, oh, everyone hates Crumble. I didn't know that everybody hated Crumble but me.
So Felice, it's up to you. Let Dixon back up. He just requested. Do you want to see?
He's going to say something really racist or cruel, but sure.
Okay.
Why
we're
not?
going to
I'm
see
dead inside.
We're going to see if he's domesticated.
Domesticated. I was just trying to understand what hybrid was, because last time I checked, that's a car.
Okay, cool. So so then after this, can we actually talk about Trump? And unless he's not doing anything good, then I understand. We'll just keep talking about this.
Yeah, it's
cool.
biracial, Felice. You're not a car.
Okay,
Multiracial. Bi is the definition of two. If you have more than one race inside you, we refer to it as multiracial now. Multiracial is actually the fastest growing cross section of Americans. Don't reduce people to the stereotype of only having two races, because people's parents are multiracial as well.
What's your dad? So with that being said,
why does this matter?
Yeah, whoa, weirdo.
Hold on, Dixon.
Weirdo.
Dixon, this is my live, right? Can we talk about Trump? Can we talk about Trump, or is he not doing anything good? I mean, I totally understand.
He doesn't want to
Let me help you here. Hybrid definition: the offspring of two plants or animals of different species or varieties. The bird was a hybrid of a goose and a swan, a thing made by combining two or more different elements or a mixture.
You realize it
of mixed character composed of different elements. No, you just don't understand what words mean.
I do understand.
Hey, Dixon.
I was a second grade teacher, so vocab is kind of my thing, and it was just it's a way I define myself that I think is funny. I'm a mixture of a lot of different things.
That's why
Listen, Dixon, you reek of insecurity. You need to calm down.
hey, Dixon.
Like you
also,
just said, it's
hey,
a plant.
hey, Dixon.
Yes, Dixon, you didn't let me finish. It's a combination of elements. Anyways, I can't help you with words.
Freaking hold on, Dixon.
You're gonna have to figure that on your own.
So, like, can I ask you a question? Because it said animals in the definitions. Do you not think humans are animals? Homo sapiens?
You are literally using two different.
Dixon, hold on, Dixon.
You are an animal.
Police, I'm answering Chris.
Okay, so please, I didn't raise my voice at you, right? Are humans are humans not animals?
You're literally think about what
Dixon,
you just said.
please. If you don't answer the question, I'm driving. So humans are not animals. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we are absolutely part of the animal kingdom.
Can you tell me what a Homo sapien is? That's quite literally our animal classification. Can you tell me what a Homo sapien is?
So what's a human?
Can you tell? Yeah,
Homo sapien.
We're Homo sapiens.
Jesus Christ!
In fact, I'm going to read you what a human is because that's quite literally what a Homo sapien is. Humans,
America has failed you.
Police,
So hey, don't talk to women like that. So humans, otherwise known as Homo sapiens or modern humans, are the most common and widespread species of primates and the last surviving species of the genus known as Homo. So yeah, a human is a Homo sapien, which is an animal. That's science, dog. So now I'm going to go back to my statement. Are humans animals? I just read you the scientific definition.
He gave you the answer. Here we go. You can get one right. This is your opportunity,
Yeah,
Dixon.
I gave you the answer. So are humans animals?
So you really wow.
Why
is there two different titles?
Can you answer my question?
Why is there two different titles?
Hold on. Can you answer my question?
Why don't we just call ourselves animals then?
Because you need to know what class.
One is the Latin genus that falls underneath the animal kingdom, right? You never took Latin. I did.
Okay. So Dixon, watch this. You said just not use animals. Cool. So you're saying don't use classifications that separate. So now you're saying that we're fish, right? Because fish are animals too.
When did I say don't use them? I said
we're mammals.
Yes,
there's fish.
Then you have reptiles.
There's there's amphibians, right? We're mammals. There's amphibians, right? What do mammals do? What makes a mammal? Here's your chance to learn something. How do you know what a mammal is, Dixon?
So Dixon,
they give birth to live babies. That's what a mammal is. Any animal that gives birth to a live baby.
Good job,
now,
kiddo.
what are birds? What do birds? They lay eggs. Now, there's certain confounding animals like a platypus. Now, see, that's very confusing because they seem like a mammal, but in fact, they lay eggs.
So, Dixon, I'm going to go back to the other question. Now that we've given you this preponderance of scientific evidence, Dixon, if you keep ignoring me, then I'm just going to. Just hold on. Address me first, because you ignored my question. You never even answered it.
Cetaceans are mammals, Kersey. I love cetaceans.
Are humans animals?
Sure.
Okay, why did it take? This is why you
did
don't.
it, Dixon.
That's why you. That's why you're.
You can do it. Good
oh my
job,
god!
Dixon.
So guys, check this out, right?
Atta girl.
The curriculum has been in the hands of the states for decades, and it's failing our children.
Look who our teachers are. Felice up there, right?
Literally was a teacher. I was a second grade teacher. I taught 7 and 8 year olds, and they knew more than you about this, Dixon. You should be very concerned. You should be very concerned that the 7 and 8 year old population know much more than you do.
Okay, so can we talk about Trump, or else I'm just going to drop you?
Felice, are you anymore?
Okay, hey, the host is talking to you. Do you want to talk about Trump? Okay, then.
Goodness,
cool.
Felice, yeah. Keep doing on your old career.
Yeah, Dixon got me burned. No, I just teach on the internet now. You're such a lost little bird.
You weren't.
Let me help you, Dixon. Let me help you. I was a teacher. Then I went into corporate America and made a lot of money in advertising. That's what I did. And now I make money. It's called the free market, right? On the internet. People pay me because I'm smart. That's how it works, Dixon. If you had a thought in your brain that people found valuable, then you could sit on the internet and talk, and people would pay you too. But let me help you with that. You are very, very, very far off that. So keep dreaming.
This dude lost it, bro. This is what happens when you can't have anything good to say about Trump.
Women are supposed to have tiny brains. Let me help you, Dixon. On your best day, you don't even know that humans are animals. Give up. It's over.
Bro, homeboy said, why do we need classifications? Oh my gosh. That, guys, between the dude that says that racism is inverse, and between that last guy, guys, I love Felice being my sensei in debating, but MAGA is making me, like, I am going to go check. I don't know if there's a test to see how much brain cells you had 6 months ago compared to right now, but I'm seriously going to go get myself tested or something to see if I did any damage.
Who says I believe men can turn to women? Let me say, who said that? I believe that you are deeply, deeply insecure, that believe humans don't have the right to self-actualize. I believe that.
Helplessly, how old are you for TikTok terms and services? Hello?
Oh, my bad.
What the? That sounded like a fetus deletus. Dixon, you can come back like 7 days from now. You're not even up here to, oh, okay, I'm screenshotting that. I might have to block you for that now, Dixon.
Okay,
Well,
Dixon just implied I should be graped.
it's okay. I screenshotted that so I can send it to the other Discords. That's a threat right there. Okay, have a good one. Have a good one, Dixon. The fuck is wrong with people? Yeah. And plus also, I'm going to make sure my Discord mass reports your account for saying that too. So, yeah. You're a threat to society. Just like your president. Yeah, that's MAGA for you, yeah. Fuck is wrong with people?
And this is why I stopped debating on the internet. It's not my fault your brain is small. Jesus Christ.
He just learned that humans were animals today. That's crazy.
And I should be graped for it. That's my punishment, because he doesn't know that humans are animals.
Fuck, dude. Fuck people. Seriously, people like that are fucking disgusting. Ugh. Deport Dixon, yeah, please. North Sentinel Island.
Thank you for the $20, Samantha. You're awesome. I'm obsessed with the way you debate. Thank you. That's so kind. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yeah, guys,
I
like,
used to debate all the time, but men get really upset.
guys, I'm gonna consider F tier. This is like the top of the pyramid, like right here. Like, this is excellence right here. I can't wait till I
When
can
you
run.
know you've reached the top, when people want to grape you. What day, Chris? What day? If you keep at it, people will start wanting to physically violate you. That's when you know you've made it.
I put that picture in your Discord though the other day when I was debating. When I got done cooking somebody, he dropped and said, "Yeah, man, we should go rent some octagon space and sign a waiver and we should spar." I'm like, well, just because you can't do anything to me up here, I mean, that doesn't mean you should. People are so more. Somebody said more like DEI tier. Yeah, I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. You can tell that to Pete Hegseth, man. I don't think that he's a DUI hire. I don't think that Lloyd Austin would have leaked things in signal groups because he's got too much experience for that.
Avi, thanks for the $20. You're the best. Also, thank you so much.
I think similar why Mishi stopped doing her lives. Yeah, Mishi kept getting actual.
Wait, did Mishi stop doing her lives?
No, she just came back, but she dropped.
I was going to say she takes breaks sometimes. Yeah, because it gets bad. Listen, being a woman on the internet is not cool.
She was getting some unaliving threats though. That's why she stopped for a while.
No, but that's Chris. That's every day for women. You just don't understand. And then they build up to a point where they get so scary that then you just like have to take time off. Like, it's always, that's how it is for women.
Yeah.
You have a brain and you're punished for it.
No, Shay, I was talking about when she came back, like right before the TikTok ban. She had that live saying where
I remember. Yeah. I know what you're talking. She did. She took a break for a while because I remember that. But not recent. Not that I heard of recently.
Oh no, she's on vacay right now. That's why. Much deserved.
But yeah, like I'm just saying, I get THREATSs all the time, especially when I used to debate all the time. Then it was really bad. Because, like, of the two of us, it's like, who's the softer target, right? Or who's more embarrassing to be humiliated by? You know, like, people don't want to be humiliated by a woman.
So TikTok is going on Sunday for what? What's going on Sunday?
Yeah, what?
What?
I mean, it's not 75 days yet, right?
Yeah.
We're like 2 weeks in to 75 days, right? Thanks, Kraken. You're the best. Right? Are we 2 weeks into 75 days of the new extension? Or is it, here, I'm gonna look it up.
Until Blue Sky is a democratized version of X without Elon Musk there, and that's why I love it. I don't know. The last thing I heard is Jeff Bezos is still thinking about buying it, but it's nothing more than speculation. If he buys it, we're fucked, though.
I know. Well, no, wait. Can I just say something? Yeah. This is might be controversial. I just want to say this. I don't like Jeff Bezos. I think he's awful. Whatever he fell into that hole a couple of days ago. And face planted. I watched I watch that video every night before I go to sleep. I just like have it on repeat of Jeff Bezos like walking around that stupid space capsule and falling into a hole and face planting. I don't like him. He's also, I mean, one of the largest Amazon hubs for what their warehouses is in Arizona, and the way they treat workers is a goddamn crime. But I'll say this, as a creator on Twitch, like right now we're live on Twitch, who Jeff Bezos owns Twitch, actually it's a lot less scary than like X. Like what I guess I'm trying to say here is if Jeff Bezos bought TikTok, I'd be a lot less worried than say if Elon Musk did. Like Twitch is actually pretty decent place. Like it's not totally terrifying. It's less, let me put it this way, as a woman, it's less scary than YouTube and less scary than X. That's what I can tell you.
YouTube is absolutely
I'd rather be
insane.
on Twitch than be on YouTube or X. And I won't even post content. I can't even bring myself to post content on Instagram and Facebook. So yeah.
Yeah, I just have
Yeah,
Instagram.
Jeff Bezos owns Twitch. If you didn't know that, now you know. And I'm telling you, it's a lot safer than a lot of other places on the internet.
Let's see who we got. I just have Instagram just because my mom follows me. I don't really use it like that. And meme acquisition's also pretty good. Hey man, what's going on?
Hello.
How old are you for TikTok terms and services?
48.
Okay, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes.
Felice, take it away.
What? Hi. Why did you vote for him?
Okay, I thought you were going to ask something.
He's a better option than Harris.
Okay.
Well, I mean, let me just say this factually. That's untrue, right? If you couldn't see the two candidates and just looked at their resumes, pound for pound, and I'm not even just comparing Kamala Harris to Trump. Kamala Harris is undeniably, indisputably, factually one of the most qualified people to ever run for president in the United States. So that's not true.
So you're saying that he was okay, cool. So let's go to the campaign, right? So did Trump have, let's just go down the line, right? Did Trump have a health care plan, that he ran on? We're just going to go down the checklist. We're going to figure it out.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Can you tell me where that was and where I can find it?
He talked about it.
Well, just because he talked about lowering health care, but he never said he never said how he was going to do it. And then when he got pressed on it during the debate, all he said that he had concepts of a health care plan. And think about this. He even fumbled this his first term. He said he was going to repeal ACA day one. That didn't happen. He had about 9 years to actually put one together. And then all he said during the debate is that he had concepts of a health care plan. So, I mean, that's crazy. Concepts of plans? Interesting. So what about economics? What was Trump's economic plan that he ran on? And where can I find it? What? Tariffs is a tax that's levied on an imported good. That is not a plan in and of itself.
Right, but it's to get more money back into the U.S.
Oh, so how's that work? Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and test that theory out to bring more money to the U.S. So Trump promised that tariffs were going to bring in $2 billion per day. How much has it brought in so far?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head. And
It's
also
only hold on. It's only brought in 500 million since he started them. So pretty much he has a net negative. Under his paradigm, we should have made $10 trillion already. We've only made 500 million, dog. That's insane. So, no, it didn't even bring in the money that he said. And plus, Trump never had an actual economic plan. Kamala Harris had an 82-page economic plan that was literally helped put together by geniuses like Mark Cuban and various board members of various asset management firms like J.P. Morgan Startup Innovation Hub. So, yeah, so clearly one had a plan.
And Goldman Sachs says Kamala Harris's plan will help the economy expand. Donald Trump's doesn't have a plan, and if he goes through with the tariffs, our economy will contract. And if you don't know this, right, like you can read about this. We recovered the best in the G7 from the pandemic. Inflation was going down. It was expected to continue going down. There was supposed to be 3 more interest rate cuts this year. And based on what Trump has done, all that has been reversed. Trump inherited a bull market. It's now a bear market. The JP Morgan prospectus, now we're 60% forecasted recession. I think Goldman Sachs is now at 45%. Every good thing that we did for the economy, Trump has undone.
Yeah.
Well, I may have voted for her, but I just didn't like how they were fueling the fire for the whole like race thing. Like, I see you both up here, a black man and a white woman, and everybody.
Oh, whoa! She's black, homie, and I'm black too.
You're what?
I'm black and she's black.
What are you talking about?
You said a black man and a white woman. You realize Felice is black like I am?
Yeah, just like Kamala Harris isn't black, right? Like very similar.
Kamala is black. Ma'am, you are not black.
Based on what assumption can you say that?
How black is black enough?
Her hair,
if I'm over 30, what do you mean?
Color?
My hair? You have no idea what my hair looks like. You don't know my hair is literal frizzball. I have a fro. It has so much product in it right now.
So can you tell me?
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Can you give me a functional?
My hair is chemically relaxed, and it's still like this.
Hold on, Bam Cam. Can you give me
your hair is straight?
Hey, Bam Cam. I know you hear me talking, right? Can you give me a functional definition of what a black person is, so we know what you're making your assumption off of?
A black person is somebody with a
dad who's black.
No.
Go ahead.
Oh, if your dad's black, you're not black. Is that okay? Then I'm not black.
No, I'm just saying.
I just learned I'm not black, Chris. It turns out I'm not black.
Well, I guess
I'm just letting you know you don't come off. I mean, you may be.
Hey,
but
Bam.
you don't
Complimenting me or insulting me, sir? I'm very confused.
So Bam Cam, in order for you to be right or wrong about this, you need a universal definition of black. Then, under your paradigm, that would work for everybody. So, or else you're going to contradict yourself, right? Laws of logic, laws of non-contradiction, right? Got to be consistent. So for you, what's your definition of black that could apply to anybody that's black?
Well, I'm going off phenotypes. So like skin color, hair texture.
Okay, well, she qualifies for those. Did you not see her hair?
Kidding me? Sir, I don't know if you're trying to be funny with me. Her hair looks like a white woman's hair.
She just showed you.
Listen,
can you tell me what a
deeply insecure. We're not sitting here debating my race. My father is very much black. My dad is a Spanish-speaking black man. Let's move on.
Can you tell me what a white woman's hair is?
Just like Chris is an Afro-Latino, so is my father. Can we move on?
All right, yeah. Okay. So Bam.
It doesn't matter. You're deeply insecure, and you're focused on my looks, which tells me you are deeply insecure. Now let's move on to what else you don't know.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay, so when you misrepresent like when you're being racist, that does offend people, right? So I will come to my sister's aid here because that's very ignorant. So now, with that being said, let's go back to Trump. So he didn't have a healthcare plan, right? He didn't have an economic. But you just admitted that he didn't.
No,
he didn't have it. He didn't. Okay, right. Here's the thing. You got one more thing.
Deeply insecure guy says what?
Right, like some man you are. You voted for the guy that legally essayed somebody, so I'm not surprised. All right, so Kamala Harris had an 82-page economic plan helped built by the best geniuses in business, right? Let's go to foreign policy. Kamala Harris was advocating for a plan with the UN to go quell what was going on in the Middle East. Trump said that he was going to give Israel a blank check to finish the job. Clearly, that's not working because now he wants to colonize the area with more of our tax money. So that's number one. Number two, Trump said he was going to go end the war in Ukraine in day one, right? Kamala Harris never said anything preposterous like that because these things take time, right? So with that being said, right, like I don't see, according to their campaigns, how Trump, and like we're seeing it right now, right? Nothing I'm saying is really not shaping, it's really shaping into reality quite nicely. I didn't see the Panama Canal thing
Weirdo
coming.
in the comments that you're speaking to is now threatening to post my picture and take a vote if I'm black.
This guy?
Yes, that's what he just wrote. The insecure gentleman who's very focused on me. Listen, sir, no, I do not want to sleep with you, but thank you for your hyper focus on me and deep sense of insecurity. No, thank you.
It's all right. I blocked him when he was on the panel. But
No, thanks.
you listen, you MAGA men are fucking disgusting down there. Just because you can't have a logically consistent argument, you guys are fucking disgusting. The hell is wrong with people?
Deep insecurity.
Seriously. Because he couldn't prove that his candidate was qualified to do shit for the country, and we're seeing it right now.
Yeah, I mean, he said Kamala Harris isn't qualified. Wrong. Period. One of the most qualified people ever to run for president. And let me help you for anybody who wants to debate. The facts aren't on your side, so you will be yelling feelings.
Yeah. AG, Senate, Vice President, most tie-breaking votes. Doesn't get much more qualified than that.
And here's the thing. I did think I was white for a long time, but when I was in first grade and I went to a birthday party and the kids surrounded me and called me Piglet with an N and informed me very clearly that my dad was not white and I was not white and I never would be. So that's the irony of being multiracial. You are never white enough to be white. If you ever try to be white or assimilate into that culture, you will be immediately slapped down and informed you are not white. And if you ever try that you're not also apparently to the same white people who are bigots, you are also not black enough to be black. The irony is never lost upon me. Make up your minds. Which is it? Am I not white enough to be white, or am I not black enough to be black? Which one is it? It cannot be both. You guys are so insecure.
I will say Chris shirt makes it hard to see the comments. Yeah, guys, I'll wear a darker color next time. Sorry. My bad, guys. Fumbled big time today.
The guy in the comments is adding me who refuses to come up here. Cool.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
And I just explained that. So let me say it slower because thanks, Justin, because you don't get it. I did think I was white when I was a kid. And then I was informed that I wasn't over and over and over. And that's because if you know, when my hair isn't chemically straightened and stuff, it was just a frizz ball. And no one ever told me like what you do when you have a fro or curly hair. So I just looked and said, mine are like, oh God, I just think back to it. It's like, why didn't someone tell me what you do with hair like mine?
People are obsessed with you today, Felice. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's every day. This is why I don't debate. I'm sorry that the facts aren't on your side and you're mad that a woman's brain is bigger than yours.
It's all right. I
was also a Division I athlete who went to school on a scholarship. Were you gentlemen Division I athletes? I bet I'm also more coordinated than you. I can throw a football farther than you. I ran 7 miles this morning. By every metric, you are embarrassing in comparison to me.
And you know what's crazy? A lot of these right-leaning people don't, men or women, like barely turn their cameras on. Because they're probably out of shape.
Insecure. Show your face.
They probably taking RFK's advice and are looking all sloppy and shit. Division One beer drinkers is crazy.
The thing. No, just pick what I am. Am I white or am I not white? I'll say I'm white, and then I'll be informed by a group of white people, you're not white, stop pretending you're white. And then I say I'm not white, and then I'm informed by white people that I'm white. So I don't know. Whatever at this point.
The struggles of being biracial, hell yeah.
Know what it's like, Chris. You're never white enough to be white, not black enough to be black, not brown enough to be brown. That's how it goes.
Then you got people, like Trump egging onto the fire, telling people like Kamala Harris that they just turned black. I didn't know that we can go in and out of being black. That's crazy.
Thank you from my quarter. That's the truth. Hybrids, we don't fit into any category, but we are all beautiful. That is the truth. I think that's why people are so like fascinated, focused on it, because have you ever seen a hybrid that's bad looking?
No, not at all, actually.
We're all gorgeous.
I got a buddy of mine on this app that debates religion. She's Afro-German, and I'm like, wow.
I know. The black German women are super hot
like,
too. Oh my god.
The blue eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. W to the hybrid squad, man. We're like out here aging like fine wine.
It's like, do you have Botox? No, that's the melanin, sir.
I can't believe that there was still that's rude as fuck though. I don't care what
Nope, that's just blacked out crack. That's what that is.
Yeah,
that's how you know I'm not white. That's why I look like this. It's the non-whiteness.
They're just haters. They're just haters. That's all. That they start looking like a freaking wrinkled up bag of potato chips at 30.
You're melting, sir. And you're 28. It's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yay hybrids. Yay hybrids. Yeah, man. Afro-Latino gang, man. All of us are over here, freaking Afro-Cubans, Afro-Argentinians, all kinds.
Love that mix. That's awesome, storyteller. Man. Lucky you. The more gene pools that you represent, the healthier you are. That's the thing. Why do you think when they breed dogs, all of these like purebred dogs have all these genetic, recessive genes? Like they go like Dalmatians are like blind and their back legs stuff.
Yeah.
It's because the more diverse of a gene pool you are, the healthier you are.
You said I mostly agree, but Blake Griffin is not an attractive man. That's not up to me to. I don't really roll that way.
That's debatable. You know what I mean? There are people that think Blake Griffin is attractive.
That's not up to me. I just don't roll that boat. So I don't have what's your opinion?
I'm just saying they're out there, but I know what you're saying.
Let's hear the verdict. Is he?
Some people think I'm sure Blake Griffin is not having trouble like finding partners.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, if we want to get scientific, symmetry is what people are attracted to. Like symmetrical features, I guess, is a sign of health.
Oh yeah.
What is that ratio that occurs in the golden ratio? It's fascinating.
Guys, if I get to 1,000 on Blue Sky today, I'll do 100 consecutive push-ups without getting tired and post it on Blue Sky. I'm at 9.
That's tempting. Tempting.
I'm at 967, guys. So the choice is yours. Better do it while I'm fresh. I mean, you better make sure you do it while I'm fresh.
Someone said you look like Stephen Curry.
See, like, I've heard that before. I don't see it, though. I've heard that before. He's a little bit lighter than I am. And
he does have, like, the neck beard for a while, too. Like, especially when he first got into, like, the NPA, like, the, like, beard around. But I think that's because he could not grow a beard, like, wherever he wanted to. And Chris, this was fun. This is fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good to, well, I do get a lot of trolls, but, you know, like I said, I like to learn from people, and, you know, I just started. So.
Everyone gets trolls. Especially when I'm around. I bring out, people just want to hurt me.
Well, all right, Felice, I'm going to hit the gym because the Unfuck America.
I got 5,000 more steps.
Yeah. I do also, and I'm going to somebody else's panel later for the Unfuck America tour. We're trying to raise some more money and get these kids not.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that's gonna be great. So are you going to live stream then on Tuesday or what?
So they have the official Unfuck America account. You have a lot of like creators there, you know, like Parker, Dean, Santana,
and then everyone's like live streaming on their own account, or like what's happening?
Yeah, so I'm gonna live stream online. Also, I've got my where the hell's my camera at? Oh, it's mounted. Hold on. Yeah,
do you have a DG?
I've got a Sony AV4. I might actually make a whole YouTube vlog. I haven't vlogged in a while, but fuck it.
Oh, I forgot. We talked about this a long time, like in December, back when you were in your depressed mode.
Yeah, but
you have the best camera equipment. I just remember we talked about this once.
Yeah, I just barely use it, but yeah.
I know you were going to become a YouTuber. Remember that?
Yeah, but then I turned it, and then I said I was going to stop debating, and it turns out
I know.
And then
Chris was going to change his whole life in December. He was starting a whole new life.
Then it turns out the inverse happened because I fell in love with cooking people up. Yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming. Guys, keep your notifications on. We're raising some money tonight, so we'll be in some random places, guys.
Yeah, and we'll do this again. Thank you for having me, and you have a great community. Thank you guys so much for being so kind. Sorry for all the creeps that follow me around the internet. It's an epidemic. I love you, Chris. Text me later. Have a great day.
Absolutely. Love you, sis. Guys, social media links in bio, guys. Let's get to 1,000 up on Blue Sky, guys. If we get to 1,000 on Blue Sky tonight, I'll post a video of me doing 100 push-ups with taking 0 rest, because your boy's built like that. So, guys, link to my bio on Fuck America Tour. My bio, guys. Felice is the best in the business, and I get to learn from her every chance I get.